be in the manifesto come tomorrow. You
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
understand? You know,
Yeah.
it
That
was
score
kind of
B.
like,
And
That
yes,
score B.
Oh, the
yes,
student loan one?
student loan, yeah.
yes,
Oh, yeah,
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 yes,
student.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, you know. So
What they say
but
about that?
overall,
What
they,
them
no,
say about that, brother?
they're gonna extend it so you can get pay your tuition, food, um,
Yeah, they might give
books,
They're gonna
$1,000
loan
Also
every
forgiveness
food,
for the
month.
books,
interest.
and
computers,
then they're gonna forgive
The interest, the interest
Yeah,
on
interest.
the
yeah.
loan.
And
and
if
if you're in a
you're
good
closer to
standing,
paying off,
if you're in a good standings, they're gonna cut
yes.
off.
If
They're
you're
gonna give you
close,
a grant of $100,000, and if you're close to paying off, they're gonna pay it
right,
off for you. And if you're in a
they'll
bad
finish paying
standing,
for you.
and if you're in a bad standing, they might go give you insurance accommodation, so the insurance can cover some of it for you. While they might give you other books and other amenities. So and they might give you lunch money, and they might give you travel allowance grant. So
Okay.
a nice little package it will be.
All right.
More to come. More to come tomorrow.
Hold on then, Soji. Hold on then. Greg,
All
let
right.
me hear you, man. And then
Night
Paul
again.
Smart. Hold on
Yes,
then.
night again to everybody. All right. For me, I was watching the debate and I'm on work and watching the debate. Um, the debate, the setting of the debate is poor, and let me tell you why. The questions could have been wider. The question could have been wider on social issues. The questions them almost seems as several persons say, most of them repeat, and it just almost seems like it's around healthcare and beach social issues are wider than that. I think they would have got
Yeah,
in
yeah.
things like benefits for people who retire and you know um pension and all in something there. I think so they're not diving at some of them something there. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Camila did
it
say
too
that. Yeah,
it
Camila
is
did say
yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, but the
She did a
questions
try
I'm talking about,
extend.
the questions
Oh,
are
oh,
too
oh, oh, oh.
limited. The
Yeah.
questions are only actually too limited. Second, all right,
Yes,
going to that
I
now.
agree. I agree, Craig.
Going into the debate, I have some people when me say, all right, them would have be the top dog are going to debate. PMP side for me, Damien. I'm gonna tell you why. I give Damien a little benefit. I don't know nothing about Miss Fraser Beans, and me know say Raymond Price can't chat, but the Raymond Price are gimmicks, right? Him will come and he do nothing where Raymond doing at the debate. Surprise me because everybody expect that from Raymond. Him a come do little tracing and little tip for that. So nothing but Damien was the person me I expect for. Okay, this is your time, shine. In the on the JLP side, Colonel Charles was my pick as the number one person because this is his portfolio, right? So may have Pernell as the one to stand out because of theme portfolio them are going to discuss.
Me too, me too.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Matthew Samuda is the star for the
Right.
night.
Yeah, you know, for them too.
Kamina Johnson Smith do what Kamina for do. Yes, she bucked a couple of times, but she did what she normally does. What I think beat Pernell is that Pernell, you have to learn to talk up a little faster with time. You
Yeah.
have the information. Use up your time wisely. You talk too slow, Pernell. Me in my
Yeah.
workplace and me a shout at him, I say, Pernell, talk up no man. Time ago, by the time you have to say two word, I mean,
Yeah.
your little
Or
minute them
I
done.
might drag him foot. I drag it answer
Yeah,
there.
you're
But
jog.
I
You have
use too
to
much
know that.
words. That I
The
did, yeah.
problem is that Pernell has the answers because
If you
that's
get
his
to the point
ministry,
right away,
but
man.
he's dragging it. He might drag it out in other
Yeah.
words. Just cut it short and get to the point, Pernell.
My focus too
So
much on the performance. That you did that.
exactly.
You was focused too
Exactly. So
much
me
on
I
the
say,
performance.
Pernell, I think you realize what is what in the last part. So you come out. Me see where you come out in the last part and you do the party justice. All
Yeah.
right. Matthew Samuda, as Navi would have said, Matthew Samuda decimate everything. He answered him doing little job them, and that was good because while him a attack him a answer question. So me like how them fluctuate it where Camina answer the question and then Pernell come in from the last part and make a little job and say, but uno this so and so. So that was good. A teamwork that was excellent. So
Yeah.
because me not like the idea where them ask questions and PNP a job at the government only and them not do little job back. If I um on the opposition part, if I should score them, um, Squitty, if I should score them, I'll give them three. And I'm going to tell you why I give them three. Miss Fraser Beans, even though nobody expect anything from her coming in the debate, nobody never have her in the inside as nobody. She would have, based on the fact that she would have been, um,
A
I
liar.
no, not the lying part. Based on the fact that she would have
A
been
liar, liar,
the
liar,
only,
a
not the
liar.
lawyer. No, not mention the profession. Based on the fact that she would have identified with the camera, and she was the one who you could have said, focused the most. She was focused, even though she talked some things with foolishness, but she was focused. So she was the one who me would have said stand out of the other two gentlemen them in a me to make them three. You understand?
How much you
But
give JLP?
outside of that, JLP, let me tell you now, apart from Mattis Samoda, where answer the environmental question as me concur with the rest of the people up on the panel, he answer good. But let me tell you, alright, so let me tell you, there's one thing that stand out in my mind apart from Mattis Samoda. Kamina Johnson did the party well and did the prime minister well. The
Yes.
Yes,
number
yes,
one
yes.
That
question
was
that
the number
we
one
are
question.
expecting to come in
Ah.
at the debate, they did it. They
Mm-hmm.
asked the question about the prime minister
And she
and
beat it.
enrichment and statutory, and she
And she
kill it.
beat it.
Kill
She
it.
Yeah.
kill. Let me tell you, not even beat. She kill it.
Kill
When me
it.
tell you, say she kill it, me tell you, me feel proud. Me feel proud. She did
Yes,
not
man.
beat it. She kill it. Let me tell you,
Kill it.
and me mean say when me look into it, it's like Kamina, they prepare for this question. She
Yes, man.
prepare
She did
for it.
prepare. Yes,
Obvious.
Craig.
She
What
was
question was
prepared.
that?
She did
And
prepare.
and
Which question
and
was that?
and
Yes,
then,
man. She
and
knew
then
this
play to
question
her.
about come.
Yes.
And then
Was
play
that?
to her.
And if
And
you
then play to
Yes,
realize,
her.
man. Scooty, let me tell you,
if
Scooty.
you
Scooty, them
realize,
did have a
Jamala,
section when them ask them give the People's National Party a time to ask the Jamaica Labour Party
yeah, man,
a
I know that the
question.
part that they asked
So
the question.
they ask like they must say the Prime Minister is statutory declaration hasn't been certified. Should his
Yeah.
name be on the ballot? Right?
Yeah.
Kamina never itch one
And
bit.
Kamina rough
You
them
take it
up.
She
on.
never
Man,
Which
you
itch.
take it
She
on,
never.
man. You
She.
rip
the
Let me tell you.
the shreds,
Constitution
man.
state that
Let me tell you, Squitty.
I'm get a call.
All right.
One
Look,
second.
look. You
So
done, Greg?
let me wrap up and tell you something
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah. Wrap up. Go and talk to Paul
Yes.
now.
There's another question that Raymond Price said something. I'm going to point it out. Raymond, if you listen to
Wrap
Squitty,
up the
like
screen.
anybody in
Tap the screen, everybody.
the PNP party, if you're listening to this question, send back this response to Raymond. Raymond, the reason why the member of the Minister of Health not did it is because we have three
Mute and
capable
tap. Mute your
people.
mic and tap. Now you're the topic.
The reason why the
Mute
Dr.
your mic and
Tufton,
tap. Yeah.
yes, so I'm saying Raymond asked the question, said Dr. Tufton had dodged, but let me tell Raymond something. The reason why Dr. Tufton is not on the debate is because you have three capable people of responding to you when you make stupidness. And Raymond did something that Dr. Dayton Campbell did in the last debate. And he came back and did it because when Dr. Dayton Campbell mentioned about the people then when they losing, the woman were losing life and them shut him down and Jamaica disappointed them. How dare you, Raymond? Come on national TV, resurrect the mere fact that one woman lose her baby in a hospital. Why you bring that on national TV?
Disgusting.
It's a disgrace. The JLP get a 8 for me. They could get a 10 if Pernell would have
Step up a little
take
bit more.
charge. Yes.
Yeah, man. Pernell make me nervous in the first half.
Very nervous. Very, very nervous.
He make me nervous, man. He did not swing for too much words. He
All
did
right.
that.
All of this now. I could hear from Paul Stewart. Long time him saying one talk. Paul, let me hear you.
I basically agree with most of what he said before me. The JLP ones when the debate hands down, of course, Samuda was a head and shoulder above everybody. He distinguished himself, and you can see for what reason. Camilla, as some people suggest that she spent too much time with using words and thing and time run out on her. But she came back strong in the end, more than Charles. Charles started off nervous. Some of us who expect more from him was a little bit nervous ourselves, but I suppose he closed off strong. In finish race strong, as they said in racers term. Um, the JLP did well. The JLP stick to the task. You can see that they understand the script. They stick to, they know what they were about. They know their policies. They know their achievement. They live on the achievement. The PNP on the other hand, you sense that they never familiar themselves with their own manifesto. They were all over the place. They wanted was to kind of the gimmicks thing. Them have the fix, as somebody said, they have a fixation, especially Roman Price with Tufton. They waste a lot of times with inaccuracies and false who lie straight out. For instance, one of the instances they pointed out was they're still talking about the Corner Regional Hospital causing $29 billion. The minister tell us that it was $9.8 billion thus far. So there was a lot of inaccuracy about the presentation. It seems to me, I don't think the PNP impressed the uncommitted. I think the JP would have impressed the uncommitted. I would have connect with them because they were more factual. They focus on what needed to be said. And so the PNP, the JP, when the debate hands down.
Give me a score.
For me, with the fact that Charles never started out on the right footing, I think I would give him 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 would be for me appropriate. The PNP, I wouldn't give them no more than about 3. I wouldn't give them more than they spend a lot of time offering a lot of falsehood and joke around and gimmicking and talking as if them think this is a stage show thing or something like that. It's just supposed to show that Damon Crawford is not as bright as always making out himself to be. He's a stage person. He's not this type of, when you close him into a space and drill him down, you can see that he becomes flattered. He can manage them type of close questioning, especially when the camera constantly at him like this. This is not his best self. So, the JLP will answer down.
All right. We'll let this apart. Let me hear from the speaker.
Hi, Squitty. One lion, mute your mic, please, because you have a feed in your background.
Yeah.
So, Squitty, I'm going to start. Good night or good morning.
Good night.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the grading. For me, I think the JLP get a 6.5 to a 7. I was expecting way more from Pernell. Pernell Charles is one of the persons that I love to listen to speak in the parliament, as well as Matthew. I think they are informed and they always stand for no nonsense. When it comes on, this is Matthew Samuda. There is nothing that he puts on and there's nothing that he has taken off tonight. This is how we function from the Senate, go straight into the parliament. So he has not surprised me any at all. Pernell, I am surprised at his performance. Pernell normally come full force, informed, ready, prepared to deliver. So this took me by a surprise. For me, PNP got a F or a 0 because you cannot be presenting anything with lies in there. That's it. Once you start to present, if you write a thesis and send it in, or as you call when you go to university or college and you present anything to your professor or your lecturer, once it comprises of lies and misinformation, you're going to get a 0. You're going to get a F, right? So that's it for me. The failure right there. So you come and you talk about $28 billion. You're supposed to be teaching your nation. You cannot be misinforming the people. That's wrong.
Spread propaganda from debate.
Right.
Yeah.
And the debates, for me, they need to change. They need to change the way how things are done, because we can change the time. We don't have to be perfect, but allow people to rebut, right? You can make sure that people get them answers out, get the information out there that they want to put out. You know, always have to say, okay, we're going to give them 40 seconds as world standard. We don't always have to do that. You know, so I think they can adjust the formats a little bit to facilitate the rebuttals. That's it for me.
Properly.
Raymond, we did always know, so Raymond I got come with the theatrics. We did always know that. And his obsession with Dr. Tufton from ever since is crazy. I don't know what it is.
Okay. All right.
Somebody say me mad to me a JLP, but they can't write. You can't go to university and present misinformation. That don't happen.
Sure. One lion. Let me hear you. One lion. Unmute your mic, one lion. Come on, one lion, man.
Oh, yeah, hear me now?
Yeah.
Me hear one man come on and I say, in the PMP, oh, you fear tell so much lie, pay a lie, and the lie where you tell, pay a lie you tell, you can't get no views to that, no views, because them I tell like 18 and a half year them have the youth, them a live under handout and no empowerment. That is what I see. No empowerment. No matter over Mark Goal in constituency, you can get one stay free for buy. That's deplorable. A squeeze of toothpaste, $20 browning. Them something there. So them want people. If Andrew Owens want to uplift us, because sister brighter things they for we. Have they have no knowledge?
We could talk about the debate when we get into them thing there.
Yes, Squiddy.
Yeah, tell me about the debate and then we get into them kind of talk there.
I win the debate. Call like PMP I tell a pay lie them I tell where them I give for 18 and a half years pay promise and bro God for come fix up them dirty work where them do. Pay lie them I tell Matthew Samuda stand out.
Yeah, to the world.
0 for the PMP.
Why you score?
PMP. 0 for the 10 for the labor rights. Cause them I do the good work.
So you ain't saying nothing, give them one?
Not even one because they are lying. Or you gonna give people marks here tell lie. And
Not
I make
even one then again.
so much
Then they
deals now, I make so much promise. That can't work. People want to say action and positiveness. And that way I deal with it.
But now keep squitty. One at a time, you man, I talk about yo. One at a time, she said.
But this I say like, you know, squitty, you know, everywhere labor right them they behind them and I see the victory, you know. My views for where you talk about when I is 55-63. Or 63. Them not. Yeah, labor right just go win. PMP never witness the next election for now.
Extinction, mama put them in an extinction.
Yeah, they will never win the next election for now. Nobody an idiot. Remember saying 2000 when I think 2007 when Bruce Golding win. Come nearly dead in a Alan Bambo too. In a one car. Everywhere labor right them they behind them. Listen. 2009 or 7 when Bruce I can't remember quite you know. Them have a direct with Michael Price and Peter Phillips. Him say, we the people of Jamaica send no picking them guys school from my 2 and my 3 and all when my 18 them a done. That never come out of my head. Bruce Golding win. And the boss of all boss, Andrew Wallace come and say, every child must learn and every child have to learn. All my son dunks like bat. Come get award for the most outstanding win. What I mean? One bro God. I believe the dream with bro God say a third term.
Which is right.
It's right.
I want to hear it.
One joke, Skitty. Yeah, let me get one joke.
Remember saying when Porsche win, you know, Andrew she said she come with a Jeep. And the Jeep now an engine. And the people them jump up and say yeah, and the Jeep crash in a no time.
The Jeep they still crash, but let me show you our vibes, Skitty.
Crash where the Jeep did there.
One at a time in a debate in a Skitty, the lady say, they ask one question, right? And it's like them a ask where them a do for the what name them? The rural, like the networking of the country, the data connection. the security and privacy, right? The lady them a jump up and I talk about say them have $1 billion put out. You know, in the chat, in the YouTube chat, everybody had type $1 billion here, $1 billion there, $1 billion everywhere.
I part when
Yo,
Damien say them are gonna use Agro Park as the place to keep must be parties or something like that. Yo,
Agro
me no
Park.
know.
yes,
Agro Park.
yeah,
We say Agro Park.
Agro Park for key parties.
Yeah, because them a talk about entertainment and making sure that everybody okay. So the man say
Yeah,
Agro
but that
Park.
would be an entertainment zone.
yeah.
Right. So him
Go
say
on
we
the
go
park
use the
over
Agro
there.
Park. I mean no you have to go ask him.
Must not sniff some coke before him talk.
Damien. Yo, if Damien say, our question to them was from Samuda was that we hear them a propose taxes, various leaders, Damien, Golden, and the other one, Satan Scramble. Them a propose taxes. So Sting asked them, Samuda asked them about the taxes, like how much tax we are gonna expect from who if we assume government. Here Damien. Yeah, man, say, like him a try, say, in a film fancy word, me, you hear me say, me, I got tax nobody. Like him a put in a film word, say, oh, them not gonna do no taxing. After it is on record, multiple records, multiple occasions, he might even list the areas in which he said he's going to tax imported foods and they're gonna level taxes to supplement his education budget and the 2 hours where he promised for the school people them talk about say yo like him a try say he never said them thing there.
Oh yeah, sir.
Yeah man, he get caught with the tail between his legs.
Alzheimer's pain.
You tell us that someone would have talked them up wicked man, someone would have talked them up wicked.
Yeah.
It was a nice watch.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
One particular point that I enjoyed when Samuda made a reference to a question they asked, he says, and when the PNP form government in the next 10 to 20 years, that was a hit. Because he was telling them they're not going to see the house for any time soon. In the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Samuda, in one of his responses.
He must say, he asked the question and he must say,
yes,
the next 20 years when they're not coming.
The next, when they form government. And I said, wow, that was a big hit. He really went for them. I just my take.
How much Agro Park in Jamaica? How much Agro Park in Jamaica?
My take.
How much Agro Parks in Jamaica? No, no. Somebody can tell me how much Agro Parks in Jamaica.
I don't honestly. I don't even know.
So
but I tell you this,
those parking lot we never turn them in entertainment. How you go? Agro Parks. How you do that? I don't understand that.
Yo, me say them are gonna get some clip up tomorrow. Me sorry for them.
Look here from Monica. This person named Monica.
Okay.
Monica Garden. You say Monica is a PMP. Monica. Hello, Miss Monica. This brother name user 1511.
Yeah, man.
User.
Yeah, bless up on yourself, man. Yeah, me never get to listen to the debate still, but me I listen to the panel, you know. I mean listen to you guys and I realize that sound like most of you fear. But I heard the last lady here, I don't know. I mean to me she's not that fear. You know what I mean? She's saying that zero and don't give us any reason why he would give the PNP zero. I'm a JLP support.
Well, I know. You should say why she give him zero because they come and say lie.
He did say why. She said
Can I answer him speedily?
Answer him.
User 151, sir. You see them have any truth to give them any points? When you
No, me
dishonest,
never
you
listen
look
to
at
it,
your
you know.
test paper.
No, man, me never listen to the
Yeah, man, so
Alright.
go listen to it before you make no comment on it then. That them
Alright, so don't talk because let me tell you something. I'm 43 year old and
Yeah,
from
but
the
most
back. Can I
most
speak?
I'm more. Yeah, man, talk. But you go
From
talk
a
long, so but
Let
talk.
me tell you something. You see the house? You see where in
Hmm.
Jamaica? PMP and Labour, right? Them are the parents. You see Jamaica are the house and we are the people then. You see?
Hmm.
The right a cook a pot and the PMP a cook a pot. You
Hmm.
know parents always have snacking at the fridge, right?
Hmm.
Alright. You go to the Labour, right? And tell them to give you a snack. Labour right go tell you say wait for the dinner because the dinner go better. If you go to the PNP them and tell them say to give you a snack, them go tell you take snacky party them. Take it, them teach you them to live off a handout and no empowerment. I give you free money. And when them I give you the free money, my have all my pick me out of hospital and I have to watch all my pick me them ears. If a roach I go in there, I'ma come see jail to fix up the place. What you mean? One shower, zero for
No, man,
PNP.
me agree
Because
with the handout, you know. I agree with the handout
You're
part, you
lying.
know.
You lie
But
them
And them a talk about the
no,
hospital again. Hold on. Them a talk about the hospital where I hear them a say the minister spent 20 billion already. Which has that the man say. Man, I think I was a 9 billion or something like that spent already.
Yes, that's a part when we go addressing.
And them have 50 them have 20
Oh, the nurse there, man. Make the nurse deal with it.
Yeah, so they must say that the man spend all light already when no go so. They lie that with them a tell.
Yes.
I see you lie them, tell them, so what kind of time did
That's right. It was a blatant lie.
Over him head by saying overrun by
Yeah,
21. He said
and it's just gone 9
overrun.
billion.
Like, this is what I didn't like about, this is the only thing I can say about Labour, right? That they allowed PNP in the debate. And this is what I don't like, the setup of the debate. 45 seconds is not efficient to answer. There should have been something.
No, them have a fact checking going on.
45
still,
seconds. I know about 100. You're going to say, Squitty, that Andrew is being investigated for illicit enrichment and corruption and Ponzi scheme.
Them have that attack too.
One bag of something.
William
Kamina was
Tate,
answering it, and she was almost finished addressing it, and then time just up. Like there should have been a clause where you could have just answer out and
Yeah,
done.
finish answer your
Just
question.
finish where you are say.
Yes, that's true.
Because she not get to fully address what the lady has said, because the PNP in this debate try to fling some things over people's head. Like, yes, Raymond go mention say Tufton not did it, why Das not did it. Why Das not did it? Him the opposition spokesman for the same opposition spokesman will come out and say them have to use scandal bag as gown at hospital. Them go say, oh, PNP, everything me look, this is what me feel like PNP get a snippet of the question them, and nobody can tell me say the question they actually come from no viewers Squitty. You know why? The time when the question asked, the lady, when the Beans lady, all she had write down the thing, that everything they said, she had a policy that PNP go implement. Every single, she create about 4 policy where me not see none of the manifesto. The lady answer some policy where I don't see in that manifesto.
That's true.
What kind of country go
The $1 billion
go
for
create
the phone
to
thing.
help with something in a school? Me ask where them a policy a come from? PNP, humility, PNP didn't win the debate. You know why? Raymond Price start up there squitty trying to attack the character of the Labour rights. Him come with gimmicks, him never come with no substance. Raymond no answer no question all no. Me not care nobody want to say me not get one answer for Raymond Price all no. When Damian up there answer about education or when that no need for, they ask about the counseling, me want hear about the counselors. Don't tell me about no literacy rate and about 9 more pitney pass in a school. Squitty are counseling the people I talk about. Guidance counselors. And that me did want to hear about if you get what me I say, Squitty. Me no want you to tell me about how much pitney pass maths this year. And I know me not get what the counselors question, Squitty.
But
The
do you
woman
know
go say PN.
How much you score them?
Sweetie, you see the Beans woman now. Me if you are loud mouth, if loud mouth did I give 1 pint, mother give her a 4.
for the loud mouth because me should be enunciate good. Me could have hear her good. Damien now, I first me see Damien calm so. Me not know if in camera, TV shy, or in have a little stage fright, or in it feel like under pressure, or him just come with all him do was I think
come down with one fever.
his motive was to spread lies, and that is all Damien did because they never answer. It seems like PNP no question him, but they still not answer them. They came to harass the character of the Labour Party members. That is what I believe. Because me no want hear about the IC, you go say Andrew in a Ponzi scheme, not no go so. Because not was proven. Kamina answer that well. Andrew is not being investigated for no illicit enrichment, not no go so. Damien go bring up say hospital overrun by 21 million, not no go so. The total projected budget is what? It's 21 million, not an overrun. An overrun means you went over by 21 billion. 21 billion being the projected budget means the overall budget will be 21 million. Those are two different statements, Quitty. And made it feel like that.
Like they are 9 billion or something like that, them spent already.
Exactly, that is what I'm saying. I don't think the timing was sufficient in the debate, and the Labourites were given the questions first, and that is where I think the PNP lost me there. Only get the question them more, like Labourite get the questions, ask them more first, Quitty. So every question me hear, Labourite you go first, Labourite you go first. Like they're trying to give the PNP an advantage, and you still did not use that advantage. Raymond come up there a total like a mama lashy and a throw a shade for half in time and up there. You know, like say in my cutest girl in the world or something. He just have to peer innuendos up and say, is this man understanding that he's supposed to be rebutting a question, Spitty, or him come up here? That you know what he was trying to do, and me used to do debates, and you have some people like that, they think that those are how you throw jobs, but nothing connected, because when you throw those jobs, Quitty, you have to have some info they come after the job. You cannot they say Tufton is not here and continue, oh, it's because him know the people that want him. That not have nothing rebut the question. Me not get no value from the PNP. No, PNP they say they win because I guess jobs win for PNP and character assassination. All right, Kamina get 1-7. No. Everybody get 1 different score, Squeaky. Then I have no together.
Everyone know the whole team.
All right, so Labour, I would honestly 7.8. Yeah. PNP is a 4 for me.
Oh, so you score them 7.8 and the PNP 4.
Yeah, I give PNP a 4, and at the pins lady get a 4.
I see somebody.
My only take like a.
Anybody hear about Emily saying that?
Me never hear Emily.
I don't know.
Everybody's a Labour win. Even all of the channels. Well, we listen to 2 so far. Cliff Hughes and what's your name there? The other one, but all of them say PNP.
Because what
makes alone hear Emily said that still.
Yeah. What makes
Dean Jackson she talk about it, how she say when?
No, me just ask, me don't know.
PNP 99 comments Quitty at that person they say PNP one clearly. So more here one PNP one PNP perspective.
Yes, more two.
I want to play a good PNP in our box.
Yeah, man. Somebody will say they win and they can tell.
I mean, never hear Emily say that.
Yo, you
never hear
like a PNP, you know, asking me for me hear it.
I want you say my Labour right still.
No, man, me a Labour right, man, but do you know that that's how politics go do? You see people...
You sound like PNP, brother.
No, man.
The debate, but yeah, give them
no,
time.
man, just
Sarah
no, man.
I
am not a PNP, man.
Emily said that. Me not see what Emily said that. I mean, not see no media outlet said. I una alone I said that.
Just give me a couple seconds. Let me say something. Do you know that if the people them, as a politics go, if them continue telling lies, you know, say people who don't do their research and stuff, we believe them. As a politics go, you know.
Exactly.
the liar
Exactly.
this man in the world, you know. The liar this man in the whole world. Right? I mean, the amount of lie that man tell. And you know, sir, him tell lie and people in constant every day, and people believe him that they vote for him and him become a president. And somebody
You
propaganda.
say you never listen to the debate, but you tell people say them can't rank the PNP or them rank them, and you never listen to the debate. So
like I said,
PNP say KD night video AI me want Emily come back now. Cause they say Emily said more Emily said tomorrow morning say as she said because since everything at AI now cause I watched till the end of and I didn't hear she say that. Me not hear she said that.
I watched the entire debate, and there was no such nothing of that sort. The only thing I said, the JLP had such an opportunity based on their performance.
Everybody has said yes, she said.
Quitty, I mean the PNP.
Was a lot of lies.
I watch it till
so
the
we
end
cannot
and
take...
I watch it on YouTube on
yeah,
live.
I know, but did you watch the commentary after?
Of course, Quitty made it over there till it done, till all it way done.
Yeah,
For the TV, for the blank screen all long. No. Me not hear Emily say that. Only them alone hear she say that.
You want to listen to Emily talk after that?
I rewatch it now, so I listen.
After show, you have to watch the commentary with Emily. Because I don't watch nothing yet, you know. I go watch them when I'm done. I want to watch it for myself.
You'll see it. You'll see it. But the...
Yeah, but I want to hear the commentary them most.
With other lies. If you look at the context of the debate, the contents of the debate, one was Crawford was sweating like a pig. Crawford was sweating like a pig. Like his face was so oily. I don't know if it was oil or nervousness. And of course,
who stand out for the PNP?
The lady in the red.
I don't know if there's any one standout. Fraser Bing's voice was more projecting. She seemed to be projecting more.
Yeah, if you got grade anybody off of a delivery and being concise, then you give her the highest mark. Because
I would think
Crawford was above. He misrepresent only 5 points. You never know him at talk about. He just a talk for talk's sake. The other guy, The other guy, Price.
Basic, no one you coming at the box. Can you say Emily said she didn't say that PNP win. She said Samuel that needed help.
Oh, yeah.
So,
she did say PNP.
Yeah, who want let me a box? I get up Beswick. Because Beswick say what? Somebody let me a box. Who want let jump on? I only can't jump in back. My people ain't free if you jump out. Come back, man.
Yeah, man. Me come back later, man. Let them take me space. Me do some laundry, you know.
All right, you was all right.
Yeah, man. One love.
Yeah, bless up, yeah. All right, maybe see me fine.
She performed well for this thing.
Forward up there. Yeah.
Go through basic. What them attack?
Basic, what go on there?
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is something I know still. But what she said, she never said PNP win, you know. She said some mood that needed the help. And I'm say GLP, with where them are going with the good job, them should have come prepared. And to me,
exactly,
never come prepared. So,
exactly.
Them to drop so much kicks. We never expect them to drop so much.
So she don't say they win.
But they.
She said him needed the help.
Needed help.
Needed
help.
Yeah, I did that carry them. I did that carry.
Yeah, I carry most of the load. So
yeah.
Him listen thing I don't understand enough.
No, them just want. Remember, you know, a GLP platform gets a PNP platform. They must say PNP win. I win PNP mode shot. I win GLP mode shot.
No, them a type of say Emily say PNP.
Them a label Emily say, you know. She give the
She give the pay. True, she said that.
True, she said that. But you have to look when it said.
You listen to her personally, Ian?
You
listen to everything what she said?
Yeah, man, me that watch the debate, man.
No, not only the debate, man. Not that they commentary when
yeah, man, she said somebody needed. You understand the two stars and something like that. Which them did good enough. But them should have come prepared.
And him knock them out.
All right. Ian,
They knew the subject area.
Their scope on the debate, Ian.
All right. Because the PMP come with propaganda and misinformation and always. And it's a debate, a question you come to answer. You know, come to attack the opponent character. That's what the PMP did.
Exactly.
Come after character. No mind. That's not where them come.
Well, I'm blessed. Somebody attack. So alien.
Yeah. They came to spill the message as usual. And them now stop spill the message. So the message was not. I can't give the message no point because a debate you come for debate answer question and they didn't answer any question. So me give them a 3 for debate. You understand?
What you give GLP?
So the GLP now, because the 3 of them, just split it to 10. Me give Samuda 5 and give them a 3-3-2. Because
no, me don't want you score it, sir. More the team.
Did I give them 8?
Right, give me the team as 1.
So me that give them 8.
Did I give them 8?
Yes.
And you give the PMP team a 3.
3 if you participate. Me not be no bias. If they would answer most of the question them would have it be a competitive debate.
Oh, so what you say? Them come with propaganda and them thing there.
Yeah, them come with the people them already hear from them 4 years ago.
You like what?
Like the same certification and the IC and we hear that already and we go through that and tonight we want to hear now if we get a chance to take the country, how would you perform? A performance was it? And then come gimmicks it out again.
Yeah.
You understand? They gimmicks out again. So them start to libel Emily and you understand what I mean? A PMP stunt start.
Well, when we done the live, I go watch them.
You have to watch it, man. I think Sandra Beans, she did good.
No, me watching on script, so as soon as me bucky context.
What you coming through with Emily and tell me what going on?
Yeah, man, as soon as me bucky context, me I go make it.
When me I tell you now, don't put yourself in a complacent situation. About this 55 and 53. Stop it. We not drive Labour to be complacent. We don't
them know that already, man. Them know that the election is a serious election.
Serious election this. Serious.
I think everybody know that now, you know. So I'm not joke thing. Jamaica fight for its life.
2 numbers we are fire. Either we fire 38 or we fire 45. You hear me say? Get serious and take it serious.
Well, right now, if everybody knows that Jamaica have struggled for its life right now.
Yes. So me know one
it's like you have a set of people want join. You have a set of people want join the country. And Jamaica and I want to
choose Jamaica we're going with the JLP.
So basic, which seat JLP have a lose basic?
Going at that party. We are telling you.
Dissect this.
We are right at the going at the
Colombo. What is the use for curfews and nationwide the PMP lose the
debate 1 on the social basis. I'm Giovanni Dennis.
Who play the night?
Giovanni Dennis. And then you're
I listen the debate.
Yeah, but you have to mute your mic.
Of this debate. I just want to start.
Yeah. We're going to listen to the mic.
You understand me answer quickly? Because what beat we know? A lot of people migrate in a different constituents and they never move them vote. So the crowd become a following crowd. it not come a voters crowd. And some man now go back in the era where them left from. They never remember say to transfer them vote to the new location for the 4 years. Enough people migrate in a different constituency.
Yeah.
Nomination they never show that.
Ian. May I show you something, Ian?
That's a one line.
2020.
Yeah.
So may I tell the people them, my daughter did 2019, you know, I said the predict when me predict the clean sweep and the happiest day of my life. Let me tell you something, Ian. A PMP I give a big win again. You say a PMP I give a big win again.
Yeah. Because they now go back go
vote. Church is something the way I talk about. That can't work. That can't work. That cannot work, Ian. Nothing in the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Ian, the people them tired, Ian. You see some of them, Ian, I'm telling about country people. You think them are idiot? You know enough of them though? Put on the shirt.
So
them I get the money in them pocket. I will go and put out the boy.
She said, listen to this Squiddy.
Well on there. Where did somebody else a blessed child? What Andrew doing at 9 years?
Listen to this Squiddy.
Yeah. Let me put you in a big box.
Put in a big box.
Emily, that. Yeah, play that over here.
Thank you guys so much. Well, for me this evening, the clear winner of the debate was the People's National Party. I think Maki Samuda was extremely strong, sturdy hand, even the two other team members. They just didn't show up tonight. I think on style, rebuttal, presence, and all of the other matters that are supposed to come to a debate like this, the People's National Party, they brought it. I will do fact check on the issues, but it's in an age where there are so many bits of...
Spitty, pause that little bit. Pause that little bit.
Hold on there.
You guys on the panel.
All right, 100.
Hold on. You guys are there on the panel watching AI. Oh my God, I can't believe.
I'm not telling you now.
You guys are there. Look at the picture. Does Emily look like that?
It's true. It's true.
Does Emily look like that? You don't see that? That's
go
an AI
back to the
picture, guys?
Okay, put that me see.
Yes.
Listen when I said you know speaking, man.
I see man.
Look at that picture.
AI Emily this year.
It's AI.
Does Emily look like that? Guys, you have to pay special attention to AI.
Now listen, man.
Look, you realize that even her hair, they're colored in an orange. You see this ugly woman? You see Emily look like this ugly woman? What they put in an AI in the orange dress?
Yes, AI.
Another post-debate analysis.
All right.
Go up on YouTube and go watch the debate until the end.
Yeah, I'm going to do it when I'm done, man.
Emily need to come out a morning and address the lion PNP. They make them stop and tell
AI that.
You see?
We don't want to know AI.
Oh my God.
Just listen to me and say, Spitty.
Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable.
Take the debate. He mash up. If he put Al Camille and Weshnia for the PMP side, he will do all of them.
And you're going to listen to Cliff when we're done. Cliff, more here, man.
Give me a quick say.
Somebody can find Cliff commentary on them phone.
Give me a quick say this.
Yes, I.
Yes, first time by your program, but I always listen still.
Respect.
Yeah, I was listening to Cliff after the debate, and Cliff said JLP win it big. I was listening to Cliff.
Yeah, man, they win it by
Cliff said JLP won big.
Yeah.
Yes, so nobody now fair have said himself.
Right. Cliff more here from.
Yes.
You know what? Emily, we are AI.
Somebody send the video.
You know,
somebody send the video.
I know
to
AI
my
man.
phone.
Trust me. Cause the link, I did debate channel and a 2 hour long video.
Somebody send them tag it.
I just cut it to that part there.
That's our AI man.
That's not Emily.
Say right thing, you know.
100.
AI watch over AI there, Rasta.
100.
No, man. Me know AI, man. Me know AI.
No. It seems like you don't watch Emily. Because if you watch Emily, then you would know exactly what Emily looked like. That picture there where the lady is talking, that is not Emily. That is number one. That was his first thing. That was the first thing I observed.
Make a focus on the strength there.
That was the first thing I observed. You realize, listen, you realize put her in an orange dress and even color her hair orange.
Yeah, man. Emily, man.
My God.
Yo, where I watch on TVJ?
Yeah, on YouTube, the TV. Look.
YouTube. Okay, that's AI.
TVJ. It just released.
What is EVJ?
The national debate. It's 2 hours long now. The video 2 hours long now.
Squiddy, who is this person here 100 on your life? Because
100.
You not,
yo.
No make your focus on that. Me no want
because this person
me no want one lion brand new as a pain.
Uno easy to get tricked now, easy to get fooled.
This gentleman named
Nobody be in denial.
Hold on, brother. This gentleman named just watch
nobody be in denial.
No, hold on, brother. They're talking up.
But Cliff Hughes said different thing.
The man same just like Cliff Hughes. A Cliff Hughes thing me I work with.
Same way, so.
Then Cliff Hughes thing me I work with.
100 minutes even follow you because
you're
not observant.
No,
man. I fucks, man. I fucks, man.
No, that's not facts. That's not facts.
Not because you come here, we are asked who is this man. This man is on the program right through the straight to election.
About the man. What did I say?
All right, hold on, people. Nobody get carried away. Listen now. Hold on there. Listen me. This is just the first debate. We have 2 more.
Right.
Then, so the Labour right then will go back to the drawing board and then will come with the 2 knockout punch.
Agree. Because
right, so we're not worried about this.
The question that they ask them is exactly what they are doing. So
yes, this is not the final thing. The final one at the third night.
At the last night. The final one.
Andrew and Mark.
Yeah, man. And that at the big, at the real one.
See? Then we know who wins.
We don't want to put the PMP on the line right now.
And the 3rd of September, we will know who win. The 4th of September, we will know.
No, switch 4th of September. By 7
o'clock. The 3rd, in the night.
By 7 o'clock, we are doing.
Yeah, well, we will know who win. So now we could say so to Ed about that.
No, we don't need to do that. Let me try to say.
As long as Cliff say, but JP win the debate, that him may run with.
Yeah, man. I Cliff a friend. I feel man. Cliff saying good night.
One credible journalist you have working on a credible station which nationwide.
All right.
And it's
2 grand TV say I eat that. Hold on. 2 grand. Type in at the box. If I you study a Dirty Friday. If I see him 2 grand. Long a Fletcher's land. One for you. Eh, I will him say yes. I will. Yeah, man. Yeah. When I'll start them, you sit down there and think. All right, big up yourself. Yeah, man. I know who now. I'm used to that too. Eh. Oh.
But you see, all right. You see, if the next, if Purnell is step up in comedy in A game,
yeah.
They want to get Emily Cooks nothing to say.
Well, she can't talk what she wants saying. She's not 100 all the time.
Yeah, what she has said.
I keep on saying to you.
What she has said.
I keep on saying to you, based on the picture that I saw, that's an AI.
All right.
No, man, Miss Brown.
Them one to the
I said, based on the picture that I saw.
100.
No, man, but She has
And
said,
the Prime Minister
Yes.
down at Westmoreland. Hold on. I could talk about that, man. The Prime Minister down at Westmoreland.
I
Let's
just
tell
want
you
to
what
talk
go
about.
on down at Westmoreland.
I talk about AI and one
I
and
want
AI.
to tap up the screen. Instead of want to talk. I want to tap up the screen, man. Tap up the screen. We have 457 people and 34,000 likes. What can go so? Tap up the screen, brother. We just listen and talk.
Good night.
Tell you what go on down at Westmoreland there.
Good night.
Yeah, man, because that's the first debate this.
My body, now watch it.
Mr.
Green light.
Mr. Beswick.
Jamaica Vice, J.A. Vice, what go on?
Mr. Beswick.
Hey, party, we have to play.
A whole lot of respect to you.
I respect that. Respect.
We need to settle down this line. Let me.
Yeah, man.
I am a current affairs person, so I stick to certain things. You hear what happened right now, and I don't want the misinformation running all over this place. Like,
no, we don't need that.
We don't need no misinformation. Cliff Hughes said the Jamaica Labour Party wins hands down, courtesy of Matthew Samoa.
Me believe that with Matthew.
All right, I got more. You never try to find Cliff Hughes.
That's it. We don't want nobody come say Emily did say over there, so. And so, listen, come on, bro. If we and listen, Cliff Hughes says the Jamaica Labour Party was better prepared for this debate. That's what he says. So we don't want anybody typing in the box and saying a lot of crazy stuff and Emily did say and Emily did this and come on, if we speak in truth, I don't know how the PNP then come with so much lies and us around all over the place.
yeah, but there's no way they could have People's National Party, they cannot win. They tell too much lie, them misrepresenting.
No, but
about mammogram, there's no way they win.
This is something that the People's National Party is running away with this narrative, saying that you see from them start out with this story saying that the best prime minister thief you saying about money. It send a shockwave to a lot of people in Jamaica brain, and it's like they can't get over that thing, But I'm saying to you guys tonight that Matthew Samoa is a man for the party tonight.
Yeah, man.
Big up that.
Big up Smoother, big up Matthew.
And context matters. Context matters. And if you come to the debate with lies, it's not a debate. You need to come with facts. Debate the facts, not lies. And that's why they lost the debate.
Let me say this. Damian Crawford fall off in a buckle of PDD oil in the AC. You hear what I'm saying? I'm saying, Cliff Hughes was saying that, boy, the AC inside there is so perfect. His face was so wet.
Nervous.
This man was
he looked like a fish out of water.
That guy just lost his way.
If he not get a stage, but with beer orange running, he a chat foolishly.
Yeah.
One by one, and they're going to jail. If he not get
and for what's his name? What's
Mr. Price.
Mr. Raymond Priceless. He take the floor, but he didn't do a good job because it was a lot of crazy saying a lot of stuff and he didn't do himself any justice tonight. And I care zero what anyone want to type, comment, and say, but I'm just speaking the truth. This is tonight was for the Jamaica Labour Party. Tonight. And Mr. Beswick,
I give them the victory too.
Mr. Beswick, I have a little bet to make of you.
Yeah.
But we take it off in the comment section because I'm a 53 guy,
You still about 50. That sound like. Well, I don't know. I see a number. One buck, one turn.
All right. Panel and speaking. I'm gonna make my contribution.
All right. Hold on. Let me hear something around. Let's listen this together. All right. come on. Yeah,
What exactly are you listening to, Spiffy?
Cliff Hughes.
Is it Cliff Hughes? Is it Cliff Hughes?
No, I debate. Somebody can play it on their phone?
Yeah, man, we can play it.
All right, play it. Because my one now come up good. Play debate, let me hear it.
I don't want an AI debate here, sir.
Unity is strength. Make reason. Make regard.
I hit that?
Corruption in any shape or form.
Yeah, man. Molipa.
How that a short?
Hold on, YouTube, man.
Yo, man, listen nationwide. The ending of the debate. I don't know if you know what. Or not listen to my boy.
Organized by the Jamaica Debates Commission and staged before a live studio audience. The debates are intended to assist in identifying, clarifying, and understanding the issues being presented in the general election campaign. This evening's debate focuses on social issues and is a team debate. Members of the panel of questioners are Natalie Campbell, IRI FM, Romardo Lyons, TVJ, and taking and presenting questions from the public is our social media editor, Amoy Harriet, CBM TV. I am your moderator, Janella Precious. As is customary, the audience is prohibited from applauding the debaters except for now, after we've announced each team. For Team JLP, Matthew Samuda. You can clap. For Team PNP, Raymond Price. Up next is the JLP's Kamina Johnson-Smith. Also joining Team PNP is Sophia Fraser-Binns. And for the JLP, Pernell Charles Jr. And for Team PNP, Damian Crawford. The guidelines for tonight's debates have been previously agreed and are posted on the Debate Commission's website at www.jamaicadebatescommission.com. The guidelines include questions being no longer than 30 seconds and each team being allowed 90 seconds to respond to each question, and rebuttals are limited to 45 seconds. The questions posed in tonight's debate will come from two sources. The first, you, the public. You can send us your questions via direct message on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to Jamaica Debates. These will be checked, selected, and asked by our social media editor. The second source of questions is from our panel of journalists. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond our control, there will be no interpretation for the deaf and hearing impaired. Now, based on a previous coin toss, the first question tonight comes from Natalie Campbell, and it will be directed to Team PNP.
Good evening. The People's National Party has been highly critical of several Jamaica Labour Party programs, including the rural school bus system. You say you have better options. Which programs have you earmarked for immediate discontinuation, and what timeline are you proposing of replacement programs to ensure continuity of service to Jamaicans?
Good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for that question. Productivity means that there is a balance between effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness means doing the right thing, and efficiency means doing the thing right. Indeed, the separation of students from adults and the organized contribution of carrying them to school is a wonderful concept. However, how the JLP intended to execute, I believe, is highly inefficient. First of all, the cost of buses for 300 million based on the information we have received, and then 800 million for the refurbishing of those buses would indicate an inefficient use of resources. Additionally, we have seen where new buses, Toyota buses, coaster buses that could have been used would have been a more appropriate purchase, and that would have been within the same cost. Additionally, the ineffectiveness of these bus systems would suggest that very few children would be able to be moved. We have over 440,000 children to be moved, and at this point, those buses would be best capable to move between 4,000 and 8,000 on each day, indicating that the vast majority of children will still not benefit from that program. And so one thing that will immediately discontinue is one that doesn't incorporate the principals, the guidance counselors, and be more targeted in ensuring that those who are finding it most difficult to get to school are able to get to school, in particular deep rural children.
Thank you so much. Team JLP or rebuttal.
Thank you. The Jamaica Labour Party is doing what the PNP has not and cannot do. We want to keep our children safer. And we are using the savings, $1 billion savings from the JUTC, where we have cut theft of diesel and shifted to CNG, to buy 110 new buses at $1.4 billion for our children. The parents will save $180,000 per year annually per child, and the children will be safer, greater attendance, they'll be safer at school, cameras, wardens. Why not? It's best for the country.
Thank you very much. Romardo has the next question, and it will go to Team JLP.
Good evening. Despite the 2025 changes to NHD loan limits and the modifications of more minimum wage earners can qualify for grants, many youngsters have lost hope of one day owning a home. What will you do to ensure that in multiple offer situations for properties, youngsters aren't outbid by older Jamaicans with much more to offer?
Firstly, thank you for that question. The Jamaica Labour Party has ensured that we focus on our youth. On a general way, we have increased minimum wage, we have increased support for youth, we have specialized in terms of ensuring that our youth are particularly aligned in terms of delivering houses. There's a special allocation under the NHT. And while we increase loan limits and increase the income bands, we've ensured that there's greater access to housing for our youth and for all Jamaicans. Let's be clear. How we have managed the economy is exactly why we now have enough money to increase housing solutions to 34,000 houses and 60,000 more to come. Even the youth who you may define as within poverty lines are being taken care of through the social housing program, which we provided more than 300 and much more to come. For the Jamaica Labour Party administration, housing solutions, housing developments, and the total national development is based on the fact that we have not only been able to save more, but our focus is on increasing economic development completely as a country that has suffered wage freezes, suffered heavy taxes. For 8 years, we've had no new taxes. All of these things have impacted our youth positively. So the youth have more money in their pockets as we also increase the tax threshold. So the youth who are at the entry level are able to present more to the NHT.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Team PNP, your rebuttal.
It's hard to rebut someone who seems not to know what he was saying. So I'll go to the substantive response. The People's National Party manifesto makes it very clear. We have several programs that will make it easier for the average Jamaican, young people in particular, to own their own home. One of which is waiving the requirements for them to be able to pay the closing costs to the amount of $500,000 per person. We will also allow them through the rent-to-own program for those who do not have a payslip or work as barbers or tattoo artists to use their rent in a house built by the NHD. That rent will be converted to a mortgage, and their credit rating will be based on their propensity to continue paying.
Thank you so much. I think we can take a question from the social media. Amoy?
Thanks, Janella. Well, this social media question comes from the Jamaica Environment Trust, JED. They're asking, industrial pollution incidents like the repeated rear cobra fish kills continue without meaningful consequences for polluters. What measures will your government put in place to guarantee stronger deterrence?
What's cool to you is having a game to match every vibe. And we've got lots of games to choose from.
No secret that as a country we have not been protecting the environment as we should. The People's National Party is committed to protecting the environment. We will ensure that the body that is charged with the protection of the environment does its work. And so we will have a second look at NEPA. We will make NEPA independent, and we will also create an independent tribunal for NEPA. Apart from that, the environment impact assessment is something that we must look at. The People's National Party is committed to ensuring that the requirement for environment impact assessment is legislated. For us in the People's National Party, we can't talk about economic development. We cannot talk about community development unless there is the protection of the environment. And we are committed to doing that. We will do this by ensuring that communities are part of the decision-making process when it comes on to environmental issues. And that is why we are committed to signing the ESCAZU agreement, which will ensure that there's access to information so people know about development or pollution in their area, that the community has an opportunity to speak and share their views, and certainly that there will be access to justice when environmental rights are breached. That is our commitment from the People's National Party, because time comes to protect the environment.
Thank you so much. Team JLP, your rebuttal.
The People's National Party has never been serious about environmental protection. In their last time at the wicket, they proposed a coal plant to generate electricity in St. Elizabeth. They proposed the development of the logistics hub in the Goat Islands, including saying only Two Little Lizard was over there by the former minister in charge. But beyond that, they have a leader who could not bring himself to vote for the plastic ban when the matter came to the Senate. They have never demonstrated environmental leadership. This government has. It is why at the last time there was a serious industrial incident in the Rio Cobre, this government drew down on a $117 million bond, the single largest consequence for environmental breach in the country's history. It is why this government also passed recent amendments to the NRCA Act that allowed body corporates to be charged upwards of $10 million at the judge's discretion. This government is serious about the environment. We have demonstrated so. We have demonstrated so internationally, and it is why we will continue to lead with new elements of the plastic ban, with amendments to WLPA, with accession to the SPA protocol, and it is why we are recognized as an environmental leader globally.
Last year, just a little over 1,000 counselors were employed within the public school system. In some cases, one counselor served up to 3 schools. That's one individual to thousands of students. Your 2025 manifesto promises a Jamaican education system that is globally competitive. How do you plan to fix the student-counselor ratio?
Thank you very much for the question. Indeed, it is our intention to ensure that we have an improved education system. The current reality is that it is moving in the wrong direction. In 2015, literacy in Jamaica was 84%. Currently, it's 65%. Indeed, in 2015, 5 subjects, including math and English, was 28%. Currently, it is 19%. In fact, to use mathematics, which the government has recently celebrated, after last year, the minister indicated that it was a critical problem. This year, with much hoopla and celebration, only 9 dege more children passed mathematics. And they said it was a great occurrence. The People's National Party will accept and acknowledge where we are, because in 2015, 14,000 Jamaican children passed mathematics, and in 2025, only 7,826 Jamaican children passed mathematics. This is a part of the malaise that is happening within the education system. What we will do in particular as it relates to guidance counseling is to incorporate and hire more guidance counselors, but also to form the Department of Socialization to utilize not only the guidance counselors, the deans of disciplines, and also the persons who are most familiar with the children, which should be the form teachers. That will expand the number of adults to children ratio and have the Guidance Council be informed by those who are most related to the
Team
students.
JLP, your rebuttal.
The Jamaica Labour Party believes in our children and it believes in their social well-being, their mental health, and their support to ensure that they will be their best selves and then become the best productive citizens of Jamaica. We certainly recognize that education is not where it needs to be, and that's why we commissioned the Education Transformation Commission, led by Orlando Patterson. We have set up a plan. We have 30% in. We know what's not measured does not get done. The PNP talks about transformation, but they have never transformed anything in this country. We will ensure under a trend program with more involved parents, more empowered teachers, more involved students.
Thank you so much, Ms.
That our
Johnson
students
Smith.
succeed.
Thank you so much. Our next question comes from Natalie, and it is for Team JLP.
As Jamaica seeks to harness the economic potential of large-scale entertainment events, what is your strategy to ensure that these opportunities are balanced with the fundamental rights of motorists and residents to freely move without undue disruption to their lives?
It's no secret that urban planning was lacking for the last 50 years. It's no secret that the heartbeat of Jamaica has been its cultural and entertainment industries. It's no secret that under the leadership of Olivia Babsy-Grange, Jamaica has grown from strength to strength in harnessing the power of these awesome industries. In the next term of government, the JLP will ensure that all urban planning for our town centres contemplates and plans for entertainment zones. We have also moved rapidly to ensure we have reserved space for 24-hour event zones. But that is but one part of the parcel. The next component also has to be how you encourage the human capital. But encouraging the human capital has to create the structures that allows young people to see a total future in it. It is why we're proud of the pension scheme that has been introduced for our entertainers, because our young people now know that there is indeed a future. But beyond that, we have structured our tax regimes in a manner that will encourage significant investment in the entertainment sector. We have created the space where those who wish to invest in movies, those who wish to invest in sound, will indeed come to Jamaica. We're not going to throw new funds that we know will indeed trigger new taxes, because that indeed has been the hallmark of the PNP, new taxes.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Team PNP, your rebuttal.
Yes, it is no doubt that the orange economy is called orange for a reason. The People's National Party has been central to the development of entertainment in this country. Indeed, the tools of trade was introduced by the People's National Party for the extension of benefits to the entertainment industry, so that they too could act as if the manufacturing, farming, and other industries in the importation of their inputs. In addition, it seems that the taxes are not the only things that are being stolen by the Jamaica Labour Party, because the idea for the entertainment zone originated with the People's National Party. What is crazy is that the Jamaica Labour Party believes that the solution is in one single venue, and one single venue cannot solve a problem that exists throughout the entire country. We will ensure appropriate zones and community zones.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. And now, before we go to our social media, Natalie has indicated that she would like to use her first of 2 follow-up questions so that our viewers understand the process. Both questioners have the ability, or they can ask 2 follow-up questions, and both teams have 45 seconds within which to answer the question. Natalie, go ahead.
So I wanted to hear more about balancing of how do you protect the motorists and the residents who have undue delays and been stuck in traffic for hours in the interim until those zones are fully designated up and running?
Well, obviously the zones are indeed the long-term strategy, but in the interim we'll bring all stakeholders together, being the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the municipalities, and the promoters themselves, to ensure that there's adequate parking. We would have instituted many park and ride events for national events, which would have seen significant reductions in traffic. But just to note, the idea for the entertainment zone did not originate with the PNP. It actually originated with Edward Philip George Siaga. And it is this party that has had the strongest relationship with the cultural industries and has put its money by way of investment into these industries. But to be clear, the infrastructure that is required is being invested in by this administration in multiple venues.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda. Thank you so much. Team PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
This sounds like the same claim that Edward Siaga also was the originator for the idea of Portmore. And that too was a lie. However, what we have recognized is that we can separate the people from the events by partnering with agri-parks to have a section within agri-parks reserved for what we call party town, multi-zones, multi-venue zones that persons can gravitate to and know where entertainment activities are. What we have also recognized is the bias within the Jamaica Labour Party of how entertainment is treated, because large events such as Sumfest has never obeyed the Noise Abatement Act, but all the round robins must obey the Noise Abatement Act. We will ensure equity by allowing for a appropriate approval for extensions that persons can apply for, regardless if you're large or small.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. We now go to social media. Amoy has a question and she will direct it to the respective team.
All right, so to revisit the topic of education, Alpha Media on Instagram is asking, COVID-19 exposed deep gaps in digital access. What are your concrete plans to ensure every Jamaican student has access to reliable internet and digital devices?
And that question goes to Team PNP.
Thank you very much. It is important at this point that we expose what some of the ridiculous approaches have been from the Jamaica Labour Party. They indicate that they have been doing extensive investments in schools. However, with the schools in need of approximately 1,000 students, needing up to 210 megabytes, the highest capacity of those providers is 35 megabytes. Some of those contracts that have been given are incapable to reach even 15 megabytes so that they can officially and can appropriately be utilized. Indeed, having invested over $2 billion in e-books, the newspaper reported that many teachers indicated that the inability to access them in their classes made the e-books ineffective and inefficient. What the People's National Party will do, first of all, is to build out the last mile of fiber so that more persons in the rural spaces can access. Additionally, we understand the pairing of energy with the internet, and by extension, we will also build out the last mile for electricity access using solar implementation. We will use as a school multiplier, force multiplier, teacher multiplier, impact multiplier, the technology through AI, in particular for helping teachers with marking, helping teachers with the lesson planning, and also helping students to access information in appropriate and effective way. So the People's National Party will embrace technology in our schools and expand the reach so that our students can benefit.
Look, it's not you. Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. Team JLP, your 45-second rebuttal. I'm sorry, your 1 minute 30 rebuttal.
The PNP talks a good talk about technology in schools, but it is the Jamaica Labour Party, through its National Broadband Initiative, that has ensured that more than 700 schools are connected with broadband. And we've made sure that not only are our children at school connected, but we have rolled out more than 380 free public Wi-Fi hotspots that make sure that when children leave school, they're still able to be connected as our teachers. We've handed out more than 200,000 tablets. We've trained our teachers and given them vouchers for tablets and laptops in particular. We're providing digital equipment for classrooms. We're ensuring we've completed an audit of all our labs to ensure that they're provided for with the best technology in rural and urban. So from St. Thomas to Hanover, all our children must have access to the best technology, and location should not determine your education. The Jamaica Labour Party is uplifting education in every corner of Jamaica, and we're continuing to do what the PNP likes to talk about. We are also ensuring that we will provide, I must speak to the matter of the creative villages, that we will be providing 100 of them in our next administration, should the public trust us. We will also be training through our Creative and Cultural Institute, and we will be also providing for creative special economic zones that will create the next generation of jobs.
Ms. Johnson-Smith. Our next question, it comes from Romardo, and it goes to Team PNP.
In 2022, the Jamaica Observer exposed the harsh exploitative conditions under which many call center workers work. If elected, what will you do to fix these issues that contradict labor laws in the BPO sector?
You know, the start of that question is an acknowledgement that the provision of modern access to technology, including the internet, including broadband, including fiber optics, began with the liberalization of the telecommunications sector when Philip Powell was a minister with responsibility. My opponents opposite seem to be having an issue putting the correct time frame to the responses. In other words, a seeming disconnect with reality. With respect to the BPO sector, one of the most recent industries facilitated by the technological advancement, there are serious concerns with respect to conditions of work, pay, time off, even sick leave, things that the Jamaican workplace has considered for many years to be a right. These BPO operators, the contractors, are not necessarily from the Jamaican space. So more integration has to be done so that they understand what our labor laws are and what the members of the Jamaican workforce have come to expect, including things such as maternity leave with pay and equal work for women. In the PNP administration led by Mark Golding, we will begin that education process, that integration process, and allow our partners in the BPO to understand the nuances.
Thank you so much, Mr. Price. Thank you so much, Mr. Price. Team JLP, your 45-second rebuttal.
Thank you. The BPO sector, like the tourism sector, is offering a significant opportunity for many of our entry-level youngsters to have good jobs, jobs that will allow them to be able to get not just revenue, but work experience. And it's important to know that the government not only sees the expansion in the BPO sector, but through the inspectorate at the Ministry of Labor, we ensure to speak to employers and employees and to monitor, to make sure that where there are any abuses, we take the necessary steps immediately, whether it is to carry them to court or whether it is to bring to constructive social dialogue.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Jr. We're moving on. Natalie has the next question, and it is to Team JLP.
Jamaicans seeking care at public hospitals continue to face long lines, shortage of medical staff, overcrowding with the difficulty getting a bed if admitted, and long waits for clinic appointments. What is it going to require to improve patient care at public hospitals and other healthcare facilities?
Let me say this. The government takes it very seriously in terms of improving the health infrastructure. We have upgraded 138 of our health centers. We have rebuilt and restructured key hospitals and are starting to construct the regional children and adolescent hospital. And most importantly, in addition to the health infrastructure development, we are and have created 3,000 positions for medical professionals with 1,000 community aids and 600 scholarships, which means not only better infrastructure for health, but better staffing of professionals who will be able to provide better service to the patients in Jamaica. We take this very seriously, and that is why under this government, we have seen where not only the 138 health centers and the key hospitals, but the expansion of NHF, the expansion of the hours and services, all of these providing a comprehensive delivery of service for the people of Jamaica.
It's important to remember that the Jamaica Labour Party inherited a health sector in absolute crisis, where their own opposition spokesperson said that surgeons had to be wearing garbage bags to operate.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kamina Johnson-Smith, PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
If there's any evidence of the Jamaica Labour Party's failure, it is evident in the health system. Indeed, Cornwall Regional is an excellent example, having moved from $2 billion all the way to $22 billion and still not complete. Mammograms in our public sector is only 2 mammograms in our public sector. And the #1 hospitals in Jamaica, also including our children's hospital, does not have an MRI or a CT scan available. Indeed, the number of children that has died neonatals has gone up to 246 over the last 2 years.
You know, the better proof of it is the absence of the Minister of Health at a social issues debate where he should have answered to his appalling track record. He's now been
Thank
there
you so
over
much,
the economic
Mr. Price. Thank you so much, Mr. Price. We take a question now from our social media editor, Amoy.
Thanks, Janella. Well, this question comes from Anita's Funeral Home. They're asking, funeral homes contribute significantly to Jamaica's economy, yet the industry remains largely under-regulated and under-supported. How do you plan to formalize the industry, ensure proper insurance options for families, and use the sector's contributions to expand opportunities such as national scholarships for Jamaicans?
Okay, just to explain to our viewers, both teams have equal times to respond to the social media questions. Team PNP, you go first.
The issue with the under-regulation of the funeral home sector first came to light during the advance of the COVID pandemic, when there was a lot of misinformation and a lack of information as to whether or not post-mortem there could be a transmission of the COVID virus. As a matter of fact, that process opened the potential, the possibility for any administration in office to have formalized and put in place structures and protocols that would have given ease to the professionals working in the industry and the family members of the deceased. What now needs to happen is for a recognition that this is a sector that is a critical part of the Jamaican social space, an adjunct, if you will, of public health. And the utter absence of any form of regulation, despite 9 years of unbroken representation by the Jamaica Labour Party as the head of government, is yet another indication of people who claim to know what they're doing, but still at the end of a 9th year, going into a 10th year, are having difficulties with a manifesto to explain not only what they've done in the past, but what they intend to do in the future. When PNP is in office, we can guarantee to the public that those regulations will be in place.
Okay, Team JLP, your response?
The issue with the lack of regulation in the funeral home sector came to public attention in 2014 when the funeral homes with contracts with the government for paupers' burials were not being paid. That is when the issue came to mind, or rather came to public attention. The reality is the sector is indeed lacking sufficient regulation. However, we have moved forward to bring the Ministry of National Security and indeed the Ministry of Health to form a working group to address this very issue. And there are many elements to it. One such element is the fact that the industry was operating without a proper public autopsy suite. This government, under Horace Chang's leadership at the Ministry of National Security, built the first public autopsy suite at a cost of $700 million, clearing one element that creates a significant backlog in this area. But lest we forget, the PNP has no credibility in the management of the health sector. Under Fenton Ferguson, every single Jamaican watching this debate tonight suffered the effects of Chick V. We suffered the effects of his failure to deal with vector management. Lest we forget that the then leader of the JMDA, your current spokesperson of the ministry related to health, said it was the worst management he had seen. He said doctors were using garbage bags. So people died because of the PNP's failure. Lest we forget.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda.
Good evening again. If elected, what are the top 3 policy or reforms your government would prioritize during its first few days or weeks in office?
The People's National Party, Damien, will ensure that every decision we make has the people at the center. To start that off, we will, 1, take a look at the health center. The Jamaica Labour Party will have you believe that they're serious about health. Tell that to a mother who've lost her child at the hospital. Tell that to patients who go to the hospital and can't find water in our restrooms. And you're serious about hospitals? You must be joking. The People's National Party will, one, prioritize our health service. The second thing that we will do is to ensure that education, that there's access to education for all our children. We will do this through the provision, Damien, of 1 meal per day for each child. But we'll also make sure that transportation, which is one of the major issues preventing our children from going to school, is dealt with. And when we're talking about transportation, we're not talking about some 10-hour bus. We're talking about transportation that is effective, reliable, and can transport our children in peace, where parents can feel comfortable.
Additionally, Sophia, we will immediately give the first in the family scholarship to those persons that are in school currently at the university, as long as they're the first in the family. Also, we will ensure that ownership improves by making sure that squatting communities are reviewed under the POSHA program and open all the home ownership plans to our persons through rent to own.
Thank you so much. JLP, your 45-second rebuttal.
That convoluted response will require a supplementary estimate being tabled in the House of Representatives for a budgetary contemplation. The PNP does not have a structured set of policies ready for Jamaica, which is why they're not ready for government. The Jamaica Labour Party, in its next term, will continue to pursue peace, productivity, and indeed prosperity. Ultimately, the Jamaican people are happy with our suite of achievements. You see, we have cut poverty. We have cut unemployment. We have grown the economy. We have invested in infrastructure. And that is why the Jamaica Labour Party will indeed be returned to government.
Thank you, Mr. Samuda. Romardo has the next question, and it will be directed to Team JLP.
Roughly 10,000 students graduate annually from Jamaica's top 4 universities. Majority are young professionals. They were taught to go to school, get subjects, go to university, and then get a job. Many follow those instructions and end up repaying student loans for years, struggling to save money. With another term, what will you do to ensure in your first year that more educated youth can have a taste of prosperity?
The Jamaica Labour Party believes in our young people, and this is why we've already reduced interest rates at Student Loan Bureau. We've removed the requirement for guarantors, again, taking away the barriers. And in our next term, we'll not only institute the new policy wherein students can have access to a loan which covers not only tuition, but accommodation, books, laptops, and food, living expenses. More importantly, of course, as we touch on the issue of debt, we know that our young people sometimes get thrown a curveball by life. That's why the Jamaica Labour Party is not only going to expand the moratorium, which already exists, but we will institute the student loan debt reset. Under that policy, we will be waiving for all delinquent accounts 100% of penalties, 100% of interest, 100% of insurance charges, and 50% of interest arrears, ensuring a fresh start for those who just have had life take a wrong turn. For those who are in good standing, they'll be rewarded for their responsibility and, of course, encouraged to continue in their good efforts. And they will get a credit to their account of $100,000 per account in good standing. Those who, of course, are at the cusp of closing out their accounts, we will pay up to the amount required to close. This is us not talking, but acting.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kamina Johnson-Smith, PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
The People's National Party will ensure that our young people not just dream, but have a chance of being the best they can be. So what are we going to do? One, we're going to make sure that there is $1 billion available so that they can get $500,000 towards their deposit. Secondly, what we're going to do is to have what we call a forgiveness, a graduated forgiveness of students' loan. So for every year that you work in the public service, your students' loan payment will be discounted. And we understand that sometimes you leave university and you simply just can't get a job. The present system says you must still pay your students' loan. We are saying no. An end to that.
Thank you so much. We go to social media, who has a question, which will be answered first by Team JLP and then Team PNP. A reminder that both teams have the same amount of time to respond to that question. Amoy?
Thanks, Janella. This question comes from Kimmy on Instagram. There's been criticism of the government's 300% wage increase and delayed salary increase to civil servants. If selected to form the next government, how do you plan on making civil servants' salaries equally as attractive?
The Jamaica Labour Party has been responsible for the largest increase to public sector wages in the history of independent Jamaica. Do we want to be able to pay more? Absolutely. And we're committed to ensuring that we work with all stakeholders to ensure fiscal stability, to ensure the health of the economy, so all workers can be paid fairly without destabilizing the economy. We certainly are committed to engaging in fora, including the Partnership for Prosperity, as well as the negotiating mechanisms which are currently at play. We understand the concerns of cost of living, which concern each and every family, and we are committed to always doing our best within the affordability of our economy to do the best by our public servants.
No, so let's forget. When the salaries for parliamentarians were announced, the opposition spokesperson on finance got up and said he had no objection, only to be cut off at the knees by the leader of the opposition the next day. It's not the first time the leader of opposition has cut off one of his spokespersons at the knees. He has cut off Senator Crawford at the knees when he proposed an additional 2 hours for schools and an additional tax to fund education. This is a common pattern with him. But the opposition will not roll back parliamentary salaries because they support it.
Thank
and
you
they
so
sat
much,
on the
Mr.
commission to
Samuda.
determine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda. Team PNP, your response.
I will answer Mr. Samuda on the platform, but today I'm focusing on the people. Let us look at what happened with our teachers. The government is currently ranked by the Prime Minister and the ministers as the highest in the Caribbean. Our teachers are ranked 6th or 7th in the Caribbean. Under the People's National Party, when we did our restructuring, the teachers were placed at 80% of market. Under the JLP, when they did their restructuring, the teachers are now propped at 50% of market. Additionally, the teachers were bamboozled into believing that their allowances would have been considered. But the JLP removed all the teachers' allowances and gave them a simple raise, in some cases of 12%, while they took 300%. What is evident from how it was handled is that the JLP is not a party of equity. They didn't treat all persons in the same. And as their former Minister of Finance suggested, that if it was to keep the best, they would have to raise their salaries. No wonder we're seeing so many teachers leaving our classroom because of the inefficient treatment from the Jamaica Labour Party. Teachers, nurses, and the public sector will know that they have a listening ear and a reasonable negotiator whenever we get into power. And one thing we can guarantee is that we don't believe they're worth zero, as the Jamaica Labour Party has suggested. 0% raise suggests that the teachers are worth nothing. The police are doing a wonderful job, the teachers are doing an excellent job, the nurses are doing a wonderful job, and we will ensure equity in treatment as we treat ourselves.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. We're going to take another question from social media. Amoy?
This one is from Joel. Many Jamaicans are concerned about the limited access to beaches and the costs that apply to them. What measures will you put in place to ensure that Jamaicans have greater access to their beaches?
Team PNP, you get to respond to this question first.
Over the last 9 years, there have been countless situations, Miami Bay Beach, Bob Marley Beach, where Jamaicans have been denied the right of access to beaches. For us in the People's National Party, right access to beach is not an option, it is a right. And because of that, we will ensure that all Jamaicans have access to our beaches. We have done it before. In our last administration, we spent over $12 billion rehabilitating Winifred Beach, Prairie Beach. We've done it already, we're going to do it again. So what are we going to do now? we are going to ensure that the provisions in the Beach Access Act come to life. And where the amendment needs to be made, we're going to do that. What we're going to do as well is going to ensure that we work with all our tourism partners, all our private investors, so they understand that access to beach is a right for all Jamaicans. Thirdly, what we will do is to ensure that we rehabilitate beaches so that persons, when they come to beach, whether they're fishermen or they come for relaxation, that they can do it in dignity. Because for the People's National Party, access to our beaches is not just something you do. It is a matter of justice, and it is a right. And we commit that we will have access to beaches.
Thank you so much. Team JLP, your response?
The people of St. James know that all that was just said is a farce. When the People's National Party took away Cornwall Beach from the people of St. James, they did so without a care in the world. It is this administration that built the Harmony Beach Park over Dump Up Beach to give the people of St. James back beach access. It is this administration that will genuinely renovate the Priory Beach in St. Ann. I'm not sure what was referred to as a renovation because that's a joke. It is this administration that will ensure that the Padgy Beach and indeed the Boston Bay Beach in Portland will be returned to the people of Jamaica. There isn't a Beach Access Act, as was mentioned, but there is the Beach Control Act. This administration will indeed, at a first sitting of the new parliament, table the beach access policy, which will guarantee windows to the sea being maintained, corridors to the sea being a facet of development approvals, as we have recently done through NEPA with hotel approvals in Trelawney and in the Grill, where there are corridors built by the hotels to facilitate access for citizens. You see, our policy is important, but beach access cannot just be words. It has to be investment in beaches like the Harmony Beach Park. It has to be corridors to the sea, as we have indeed insisted upon through our approval process, through NEPA, in Trelawney, in the Grill, and more.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda. Thank you so much. We will now take a short break and invite you to stay tuned. Welcome back to the social issues debate presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. We invite you, the public, to send us your questions via direct message on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to Jamaica Debates. We invite Romardo Lyons to start this final segment with a question for Team JLP.
A digital Jamaica where technology is woven into the fabric of business and everyday activities. That's what you promised in your 2020 manifesto. But today, there are residents in Swamp Road, St. Thomas, putting phones in trees to make calls and to get reception. Why are so many Jamaicans in rural parishes still behind technologically?
That's an excellent question. Much progress has been made in respect of digital transformation. The National Broadband Initiative has connected over 700 government institutions across the country, and has also been seeking to connect our police stations, or courthouses, or schools, and other institutions as a matter of priority as the base. We've also been seeking to encourage competition in the environment, in this sector, to ensure greater investment and greater rollout of fiber optics, of satellite technology, as well as Wi-Fi internet connections. The Jamaica Labour Party believes in technology facilitating business. It's why we ensure that now you can pay your taxes online, you can apply for your e-motor vehicle registration certificate, and in a new administration, we will do even more. We will ensure that there is the task force to ensure efficiency and innovation, not only in the public sector, but beyond. We will not only set up the task force, but we will allow a portal for private citizens to make suggestions with incentives and prizes to ensure that they feel a part of the process where they see that systems can be improved. The Jamaica Labour Party has already built efficiencies that have helped this economy to grow, that have helped with youth and regular unemployment, and we will do more.
Thank you so much, Team JLP, Team PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
First, you keep mentioning about policies to make the economy grow, and after 9 years, you're still growing at under 1%. per annum. The question mentioned difficulties of persons in rural Jamaica having access to telecommunications services. Perhaps because you said from St. Thomas to Hanover, what is your fundamental problem with Westmoreland and the other parishes why you think that only St. Thomas to Hanover needs quality access to broadband? But you know, the greater tragedy is that you are talking about task force for what you are going to do in the next administration. We are waiting on the task force for why you didn't get it done in the last 9 years.
Thank you so much, Mr. Price. Romardo has indicated that he would like to use one of his follow-up questions. Romardo, just a reminder to both teams, you have 45 seconds to respond. Team JLP, you first. Romardo.
Your government has repeatedly said that education is a priority. Now, the technological issue in the rural parishes aren't just for residents. Schools are also affected. Just this year, a smart lab was opened in St. Aloysius Primary School on Duke Street in Kingston. When will schools in rural parishes start to feel included in this technological push?
They should feel it very soon. As a matter of fact, they'll feel it in this new school year. Procurement is already underway. We not only have had new contracts engaged with contractors to roll out more connections, but we are also investing in equipment, which is already in procurement to ensure that our labs are equipped in rural schools as well as in urban schools. We believe fundamentally in ensuring that regardless of where you live in Jamaica, you must have access to the best education, and you will have it in the next administration. As a matter of fact, starting in this new school year.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Team PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
The JLP is clearly an enemy of the truth. Indeed, we have heard them suggest that 200,000 laptops were purchased. That would indicate 2-to-1 ratio, meaning for every 2 children, 1 should have a laptop. I'm asking those watching today, have your child received a laptop? Have you seen anyone receive such a laptop? Indeed, whoever is responsible for purchasing these missing laptops will have to answer under the People's National Party, because we have not seen those laptops. We will ensure that the gadgets are in place, but as we've said before, we build out the last mile that many of the private sector believe is not profitable to build out, so that the persons can get access to internet wherever they are. We will use that technology also for the small schools.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford.
Usage.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. Natalie has the next question, and it goes to Team PNP.
We are in the hurricane season, and each season the authorities face a challenge persuading residents to evacuate some areas when the island is under threat. What strategies would you implement to ensure compliance?
Part of the reason why residents don't want to evacuate is that the poor level of communication and education prior to a storm causes them to be caught unaware. Let's take, for example, this instant year, 2025. All across media, we have heard advertisements from the Office of the Prime Minister with sections of budget presentations, and we are midway the Atlantic hurricane season, and not once has ODPEM been given the resources that OPM has for its parallel adjacent political campaign under the guise of public education. The second reason why residents do not want to evacuate is because they are realistically concerned that when they evacuate, the spaces that they are taken to will be substandard. In the next PNP administration, we will build out a series of evacuation centers that will be properly fitted with adequate water for on-site storage, as well as food and access to health, access to other emergency services, so that families feel more safe in bringing their elderly relatives into a space where they are certain that the services and the quality of standard will be there when they evacuate.
Thank you so much. Team JLP, your 45-second rebuttal.
It is clear to us on Team JLP that Raymond is fluent in misdirection, misinformation, and clearly not paying attention to the news of the day. It is the JLP that would have just completed and launched its own Doppler radar. radar, meaning we're no longer depending on foreign sources for our weather forecasting needs. It means this government, the next administration under Andrew Michael Holness, will have accurate information on time and be able to communicate it so to you at home. We're also working with the United Nations CDF program to build modern and safe shelters for you at home, so you can trust the information and trust where you're going to go and be safe during the hurricane season.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. We go to Amoy now, who has a question from social media. Amoy?
All right, so this question comes from Tiana on Instagram. She says, Jamaica's hospitals are overcrowded and under-resourced. Can you explain how your party, if elected to government, will fix this without repeating the delays and bottlenecks of past administrations?
Okay, thank you so much, Amoy. Team PNP, you can answer this question first, to be followed by Team JLP.
So this is a social issues debate, and health is a primary social issue. If you look across to the opposite, the campaign chairman from that party, who has been the Minister of Health for 9 years, must have suspected that members of the public would want to drill down, shall I say, into why the health sector is so poorly managed. Why your relatives at home, when you go to the hospital, can't get a bed. Why you have to take the prescription from the nurse beside your relative's bed and go into the private pharmacy sector to purchase basic medication. Why you have relatives sitting in wheelchairs or in the driveways and the parking lots, in the cars that you took them to the hospital with, and still can't get triage, even basic assessment as to the extent of their suffering. It's no wonder, Dr. Tufton, you're not here today. You have chosen to go and hide behind marketing strategies to support, what's her name again? The the Minister of Finance and the Public Services. The People's National Party, Matthew, understands health. We are the ones that modernize the hospitals on the budget and in time. Your reference to Chick V is old and dated. Look at your 9 years and speak to those.
Thank you so much, Team PNP. Team JLP, your response to the question?
Thank you, Tiana. It's a really important question because I know that we have not reached every community and we have not reached every hospital yet. But the Jamaica Labour Party is undertaking the most ambitious and in fact will be the most effective reconstruction and construction of hospital infrastructure in Jamaica in decades. The Western Child Hospital is under construction, close to completion. The rebuild of Cornwall is also almost completed. We're making sure that we focus also on primary health care, making sure that more health centers are renovated and brought closer to you so you don't actually have to go to the hospital. We're adding more doctors and nurses in those healthcare centers, more equipment so that better care can be had closer to you. We're adding more healthcare centers with expanded hours to allow working people to go to the health center after working hours. These are things that we're doing in addition to more operating theaters, which are already programmed for next year, for next term, including a new KPH.
Importantly, we've also increased access to medicines under NHF. And we've increased access for our senior citizens through NI Gold and JDIP. Under the Jamaica Labour Party, we have taken a comprehensive approach to health infrastructure.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. We have another social media question. Mike?
This one is from Matthew Williams. With key parts of the Data Protection Act still not in force and several major data breaches reported this year, many Jamaicans feel their personal information is not adequately protected. How will your government address this growing privacy crisis and rebuild public trust in the protection of citizens' data?
Team JLP, you get to answer this one first.
Data protection is critical as we continue to build out more and more digital systems to ensure efficiency and effectiveness in the pursuit of business, growth, and prosperity. And this is why we have been paying attention to ensuring that implementation of the Act is phased and sensitive to the various stakeholders, ensuring that it's effective when each stage is put in place. We have done more to protect your data and will do more. As we recognize that AI is also being used more, we will ensure that there is an AI blueprint and roadmap, which of course is going to be built out of the very first task force on AI in the Caribbean, which was already established under this administration. We'll also ensure that there's new legislation to protect every Jamaican's face, voice and image from the type of misinformation and negative campaigns that are run by parties like the PNP.
The Data Protection Act was indeed passed by the Jamaica Labour Party. And we're proud that it was passed, and we're happy that the Data Commissioner is now in place to speed up implementation. However, data requires data accuracy. It should be known for all Jamaicans watching that it is this government that gave the highest increase to civil servants. It is this government that insisted that there would be no more wage freezes for teachers, as was commonplace under the People's National Party.
Thank you so much, Team JLP, Team PNP. Your response to the question?
The Jamaica Labour Party does not believe in privacy. It was one of their own minister that says nothing is private. Do you remember? Because I certainly do. But not only that, when one considers the NIDS Act, the National Identification Act, the People's National Party representing the people of Jamaica had to take the Jamaica Labour Party to court to protect privacy rights. So the Jamaica Labour Party simply cannot come to you tonight to tell you that they're serious about privacy. Simply not true. The People's National Party, we value your privacy. And it's for that reason why we will trade a cadre of data protection experts to work with different sectors so they understand what is in the law. They understand what is to be done and how they can balance privacy rights. In fact, this is also create a new sector in Jamaica. Damien, don't you agree?
I definitely do agree, Sophia. But also we should remind the public that it was this Prime Minister that suggested that they can track persons who say certain things on social media. It is also this Prime Minister that has proven himself to be highly vindictive and have seen arrest of individuals who have criticized him in any way at any given time. It is also that government that stole sand from the beaches. So let us talk about what that government has done.
Thank you so much, Team PNP. So, viewers, we're doing things a little different this evening. We now invite Team PNP to ask a question of Team JLP.
In any decent democracy, where a leader has not been certified by the Integrity Commission, where the leader has been a part of Ponzi schemes and benefited from them, where the leader among members of his cabinet or his party are said to be part of an illicit aid for illegal enrichment, those persons could not be on the ballot. Therefore, why should Jamaica be any different from such decent democracies?
The PNP, we understand, has no answer to the plans, the programs, and the achievements of the Jamaica Labour Party. They see their only path to Jamaica House by trying to destroy the reputation of the Prime Minister of Jamaica and others. The Jamaica Labour Party has been the party that has done more for the integrity and anti-corruption framework in this country than any other administration. It is under the PNP that every day, every week you walk up to a new scandal, light bulb, Solutria, NSWMA, Manchester Parish Council, Hanover, KSAMC, you name it, Crook and Anchor. It is under the PNP that Jamaica had the lowest scores under the Corruption Perception Index. And it is under the Jamaica Labour Party that Jamaica has had the highest. Why? Because the independent international experts actually look at the facts and not the steady drumbeat of PNP misinformation and weaponization of processes. There is no report that has found any finding of guilt or illegality on the part of the Prime Minister. There is no finding against the Prime Minister, and the PNP needs to stop telling the lie of 28 bank accounts. It is simply not true.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Team PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
It's odd that you say that's not true. Dennis Strong said that not only were it true, that it's inconsequential, that it's normal, he suggested. Just as we now figure out, he was rehearsing for the job for which the qualifications were waived so that he could get the job. Most of you look for a job. In that case, the job seemed to have looked for and found him. Now, the other things you say about doing the most for the integrity framework, that includes being the only Prime Minister to have taken the Integrity Commission to court to quash a clause he once bragged that he included as chairman of cabinet. So the lies are on that side, aren't they?
Thank you so much, Team PNP. We now invite Team JLP to ask a question of Team PNP.
You know, lies are an affront to God.
Yeah.
And Reverend Albert would have taught you that.
Shut up.
However, to be clear, the last time the People's National Party was at the wicket, they leveled $60 billion of new taxes on the backs of the Jamaican people. They have said that they will fix a tax to imported food items, which economists have said will increase the cost of living to the poor of Jamaica. Damien has said that he will fund education needs with an increase in GCT. The PNP have fixed a tax to parties. What should the Jamaican people expect by way of taxation from the next People's National Party administration 10, 20 years from now?
Can I go ahead?
Team PNP.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, the People's National Party had to take on a rebuilding project in the last Portia Simpson Miller administration. Indeed, never before had the IMF stopped sending money to the Jamaica public or to the Jamaican society before, because it was run asunder by a government that included Andrew Holness and also Audley Shaw as the head of the Ministry of Finance. The People's National Party, then having rebuilt the economy, embarked upon a fiscal policy rules that we implemented to ensure that the country was on the right track. And having put the country on the right track, there's absolutely no need for the People's National Party to engage in further taxations. Indeed, what exists currently as the People's National Party proposals lie greatly within the context of the $360 billion available for governments to decide on what to do. But the $23 billion that we have identified is even less than the overrun for Cornwall Regional. We will therefore not have those overruns. The JLP continue to ask where we'll get the money. We will get the money from the same place that Market Me money came from. We get the same money from the same place that paying off Ramsharak from Petrojam came from. We will get the money from the same place that the buying of 200 used cars that we did not receive come from. We will get the money from the same budget that exists for the people.
Thank you so much, Team PNP. Team JLP, your rebuttal.
No doubt you will get this money from the same place that the failed Heroes Circle wall came from. But it is simply inaccurate to suggest that the international community cut off Jamaica. We were able to draw down on loans from the World Bank and the IDB right before we demitted office. But to be clear, it is this government that has cut debt to 62% of GDP. It is this government that has cut poverty rates to its lowest ever. It is this government that has ensured that the unemployment rate has gone to record lows of 3.2%. There is work to do. There is no doubt that there is improvements to be made in sectors. However, this government has a credibility to do it and will do so in the next term.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Ladies and gentlemen, we now go to the closing statements. And based on the earlier coin toss decision, Team JLP will go first. And you can begin your 2 minutes.
My fellow Jamaicans, Jamaica is safer and stronger with the JLP. We reduced murders by 43%, created 250,000 jobs, and we delivered the largest increase in the minimum wage in our history. We gave our doctors, nurses, teachers, police, and other public sector officers the largest pay increase, despite COVID, Hurricane Beryl, droughts, and global uncertainty. And remember, for 8 consecutive years, we did this without any burden of new taxes on you, the Jamaican people. Now we know that prices are rising globally. And that is why we're not just focused on increasing wages, but rather creating better conditions for growth. 33 quarters of growth, even except for COVID. And still giving support to the most vulnerable. This is the JLP way. We care. Now compare. Under the PNP, wage freezes, heavy taxes, no relief of social pension for Miss Ivy, no relief for the vendor, the taxi operator, the housekeeper, just tax after tax after tax. And we heard Damien and Dayton already talking about taxes. So are you really willing to suffer the indignity of more taxes under the PNP? No way. With the Jamaica Labour Party, increased pension, better agriculture, better health infrastructure, enhanced education. This is our commitment. That's why we say to you, reject the reckless PNP promises. Choose performance. Choose Jamaica. Choose the JLP. The Jamaica Labour Party delivers, and we are committed to doing even more for you. On September 3, remember, put your X beside the bell.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Team PNP, please go ahead with your closing statements.
One thing you could not have said is spell Jamaica, because we already know you can't. Jamaica has evolved to be one of the world's most recognized brands globally. Yet too many members of the Jamaican family live in standards and conditions that are, simply put, deplorable. On September 3, 2025, we all have an opportunity to put in office a government led by Mark Golding that places the people of the country and every member of the Jamaican family at the center of our policies and programs. In that Jamaica, imagine that you have become unwell and you go to the hospital and there are beds, there are CAT scans, there are MRIs, there is medication and tools to save your lives available right there in the hospital. In that Jamaica, our nurses, teachers, firefighters, and police officers have not just better tools to do their jobs professionally, but also better conditions of work and better salaries with overtime benefits not taxed. In that Jamaica, whether you're up on the corner as a youth, or you're working in a salon as a nail technician or a barber, or a deal with the eyelashes or tattoos, your Jamaica becomes not just the land of your birth, but the land in which your dreams can be achieved within your lifetimes. In the Jamaica led by Mark Golding, more affordable houses will be provided so that mothers and fathers can better care for and protect the members of their own family. On September 3, it's not just about a regular election. It is about creating a Jamaica that you at home can love and be a part of the national success that will be gained. Vote PNP on September 3.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much to both our teams. Now, in the good spirit of the debates,
all right. 100.
Now invite both teams
100
to
live.
shake hands.
100 life. You, 100 life.
And as they do so, I just want to say, ladies and
100
gentlemen,
life.
that concludes our first debate between Pernell Charles Jr. of the JLP, Kamina Johnson-Smith, and Matthew Samuda for Team JLP, and Damian Crawford, Sophia Fraser-Binns, and Raymond Price for the People's National Party. Join us again Tuesday, August 26th at 9 p.m. for the debate focusing on the economy, which for the first time will be a team debate between Team JLP and Team PNP. Audience, you can clap now.
100 live. 100 live.
Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks to our production and funding partners, and most of all, our viewers and listeners.
I want somebody to find Cliff Hughes thing. You have Cliff Hughes thing, Chip?
Yeah, I made that play on your mute, no man.
Yeah, but we never ready for it yet. Me never force me to hear it, you know, because I did their work. I know that me hear it, PNP couldn't win. You cannot win a debate with so much lie, brother.
Hold on, I look feet and play.
Pure lie, me here.
I look feet and play.
You cannot win no debate with lies.
Not even 1% them get squitty.
And 2% me give them.
Me not give them none, no.
No, me give them 2%. For your 10, for your 10.
Come on, lie, man.
You cannot win debate with lie, brother. Now that me hear it, me say them no win. Me want to hear Cliff Hughes something I say now.
Hold on, that's good to me.
2% me give them. You cannot win no debate with so much lie, brother.
Cliff Hughes,
man, say the hospital is 28 billion already by overrun. The hospital will get 9 billion something spent on it already. And it's projected to cost 21 billion. Man, I'm a liar, man. I'm only for lie them tell.
Responded more than position needed to learn the punches. Yeah. Price tried, Damien tried, Sophia tried, especially with that question that Ricardo spoke to about the Prime Minister's uncertified declarations, and the government responded more than effectively, parried very well. If you're in a boxing match, they defended. Yeah, they bobbed, they weaved, and counterattacked. The opposition did not score any points tonight.
I don't know if that question is still in play, though. That matter of the Prime Minister's uncertified declaration. I don't know if, in the grand scheme of the political narrative at this particular point, if it is in play beyond PNP grassroots supporters. You know what I mean? I think they could have punched with some other pointers, you know?
And Ricardo, that's where I'd like to bring you in, because that was my question to the panel when that question was asked. It was almost predictable. Yeah. It would be the one question on a test sheet that you would expect the person taking the test to have the answer to. So why bother go for that question? I'd like to bring you in on that, Ricardo.
Yeah. I think Dr. Smith is right. I think it was political right economy. That's what we ultimately, you know, the truth is, you want to use this exercise to show up your team, people that don't support, right? JLP is into a well-known attack on PNP, which is high taxes. And so it's basically went for the political talking point regarding the Prime Minister. I think what I was impressed by, I mean, you're right, Siobhan, you expect that the JLP debater should be ready for the question, but it was different less way with which President Johnson wanted it away. I really was impressed there, because the fact that up to that point, let's be frank, she has been struggling. She has been struggling to maintain time. She has been struggling to press on, you know, on track. But on that one question, it was such a standout moment for me. I had the guy to get whack. Yeah, you literally heard the ball hit the back, and you kind of just wanted to fly out of the stadium. It really, really, I thought was very effective of her.
Well, who won the debate, Jalon?
Alright, so before I give my thoughts on who won, I just want to point out that this is the first social debate that we're having in ages where crime has not been mentioned any at all, and I think that stands to testament that our country is heading in the right direction. And to make it brief, in my estimation, I'd give this the first debate to the Jamaica Labour Party. I think to the Jamaica Labour Party best speaker, Matthew Samuda. I think with JLP more cogently handled their questions, and most of them stayed on point. I think the PNP, especially Price and
Damien, they tended to go off topic and didn't tackle the questions as the questions were answered in the way they needed to be. I think, there were points when the JLP kind of went off, but it was less than the PNP, and I think the JLP stopped answering the questions, especially with Matthew Samuda. They answered the question more directly and more pointed. They also thought whoever was doing the social media questions, and they asked some questions that were answered before. So I'm wondering if it was that they never had enough social media questions or what. But two of those questions were asked before, and they asked them again, which I thought was a waste of time given the range of potential other questions that could have been asked. And it kind of threw me off in terms of the methodology of the debate, because that was distracting, and I think they ought to fix it for the next time.
Exactly.
Sorry, maybe I've jumped ahead because I did say earlier that I believe the GLP was not prepared and the GLP wants to be tonight. One surprise question I came on social media about federal rules. I don't think anybody was that one at all. But for those who have been covering the news for many years, you would know that the federal rules have not been properly monitored from going back to the 1970s. Right? So I'm not sure where they're going with that one. And there were some questions that they were not answered. The one about the traffic, like traffic intent and following a big entertainment event. That one wasn't answered. The one about the guidance counselors in schools, that one wasn't answered by anybody. But it was a good debate.
It was a good debate in parts. Yeah, it was a good debate in parts, and I think on the PNP side, the social phrase debates, was the best of the three. I thought, she was the best.
I think Raymond could have, been more useful in trying to bring more substance to the debate. I think his style is such that if he had really added substance to his manner, he would have been out of this world with manner and matter. Yes.
He became a slave to rhetoric and snark.
Yeah, he was snarky, he was unkind. We don't like unkind debaters.
Did he come back with a closing argument that was pretty strong?
That is it with debating. Once you set a character in the debate and people meet that character, it's hard for you to come back from that. And people stop listening to you because they don't like you. So that is what happens. So even though I think you have to bring me back to that for me to say, okay, that wasn't bad, as opposed to, no man, throughout the debate, he had that character. And so when he came at the last part, you would have continued to follow him. But you shut him out by then because you're like, oh, Raymond, God, stick to the debate and stop with the unkindness. But he didn't do that.
Was it Pete Sankey who said, in terms of preparations, the GLP side seemed better prepared?
Yes.
They also seemed to be in greater command of the issues, the policies. For example, it was quite embarrassing when Matthew corrected Sophia. Yes. Saying, listen, we're talking about the Beach Control Act and not the Beach Access Act. I think that just typifies where they are in terms of their preparations and command of the issue.
I said it Friday, Cliff, I believe that this night, the People's National Party need to show that they were prepared to take the reins of government, and they need to put forward their members to suggest that, yes, we have a command of the issues, and we are ready to take over where the GOP, we believe, have failed. I think the Jamaican people over the last 9-10 years, we've gotten used to the Matthew Samuda, the Kamina Johnson, Smith, Pernell Charles, in terms of their roles in governance, and it has shown that they have grown into that role where they have a command and an understanding of the issues, and I feel that they delivered on that, and I feel the People's National Party failed to put forward themselves as an alternative.
Yeah. And I think they forgot that what they're supposed to be doing is speaking to their manifesto in a convincing way. Like, you don't have to go searching for the information. You put forward your manifesto.
And speaking of that, Kamina Johnson Smith told us about some of the things coming where Students' Loan Bureau benefits are concerned in the GOP manifesto tomorrow. She let slip that there's some new things coming there. Yes. Anyway, I thought the GOP won. And won
All right, Chip. All right, Chip. Chip.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, mute it there, sir. Mute it there, sir. We have sense and we learn and we know things. Me hear all Raymond Price when somebody ask question about people out of St. Thomas a climb tree to get signal from phone.
Westmoreland, the boys, say, man. I like him. Which one the Westmoreland people? Yeah.
Him wanna do that?
I am alone to do that.
Climb tree, I do that now.
I want
Brother, there's no way PMP win the first debate there with so much lies. You cannot tell so much lie in a debate and people know say a lie and you win. Which part? Anyway, let me hear from Tari. Hold on. Tari know about debate. Tari. St. Thomas in Midset. Tari. Yo, Tari. Talk up, man.
You hearing me?
Yeah, you're low though.
You hear me? You hear me now?
Yeah.
Better? Alright.
Yeah, man. Put your energy in your voice, man. Yeah.
Just with you when I tell you something. Why I'm tired enough still, cause
you're tired. You're so low, man. You ever got to have some energy drink? Life free.
Church. I've been at a church event all day, then them have social after sunset, and I never come at me yard till after 11 o'clock. Skitty.
Alright. No, we not keep it long. We not keep it long then. Just give me your opinion and then you can go sleep.
No man, me alright, man. Alright, me live.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me end up watching debates, though, for the almost 2 hours, 1 hour 30 minutes. A party did win the debates. A party won the debates. And I'm just gonna take my time and I'm gonna take my time and go along. So let's start with Team JLP. Team JLP. Best speaker for Team JLP, Matthew Samuda. No doubt about that.
Yeah, we agree with that. Everybody agree.
Yes, no doubt about that. Matthew Samuda was my MVP, my most valuable player.
Yeah.
For Team JLP, I must say. Matthew, I would say Matthew carried Team JLP. Matthew.
Yeah, he carried all of the weight.
He was very precise and sharp with his responses. Yes. And they were short, sweet, spicy. They got to the point, right? They were within the time for most of the responses he had were within time, right? And what I liked about Matthew is that he specifically, and I would have said this before, he specifically attacks the PNP, which essentially crushes the weight of their entire argument, and then defends the Jamaica Labour Party and their record. That's what I like to see in a debate. I like to see engagement.
Sometimes you correct the PMP them.
Correct. Yeah. Right. Which is why I'm saying I love to see engagement. He pretty much engaged the argument being proposed by or being presented by the People's National Party, and quite literally cut the foundation for those arguments. Basically destroyed the entire castle, or destroyed the foundation that castle stood upon where their argument was concerned, and essentially destroyed their entire argument. For me, so I liked that. For a Kamina Johnson Smith, Kamina, no, she had her moments where she was a bit unsettled, I'd say. She did find her footing in the middle of the debate though, and going towards the middle, going from the middle towards the end though, I was pleased with Kamina. I must say my 2 best moments for Kamina Johnson Smith were when the 2 best moments I had where Kamina is concerned was the first one where she was speaking about student loan, where they would expand it and create the student loan debt reset. Especially where she was saying waiving 100% for the penalties, 100% for the insurance, whatever, and 50% where the interest rate is concerned. And for persons who are good stewards and are essentially, doing right as it concerns the Student Loan Bureau, then they will be rewarded. Yes. So that was the first moment for me. And the second moment was where the PNP asked their question about in any good democracy, about the Integrity Commission and the Prime Minister's not his statutory declarations, but questioning the integrity of the Prime Minister pretty much and the 28 accounts. She handled that question very well. Excellent, I must say. Political masterclass. Yeah? She shut down that argument. She literally shut down that question as it was proposed. And I love Kamina for that. Those were my two best moments with her personally. And of course, Kamina, she speaks so well about the JLP in terms of the achievements, consistently defends the JLP, and just generally ensures to ground back the argument to what it's about. So, I love that. Pernell Charles Jr., who, in my opinion, was out of the three speakers of the JLP, I would have put him as the weakest speaker for the JLP. In the sense of, usually when I see Pernell at political events, and maybe Pernell and Damien are pretty similar in the same boat where this is concerned, but both Pernell and Damien, let me not speak on Damien, but Pernell, the sharpness that I see from Pernell as it relates to when he gives a speech at like a political rally, I understand that the context is different and those platform speeches are different, but I didn't get that sharpness from Pernell tonight. From the start towards the end of the debate. The only part that saved Pernell this evening or tonight was the closing remarks. That was the only part that saved Pernell. Yeah? Pernell quite literally redeemed himself with the closing remarks. My issue with Pernell is simply this. In a debate, when you have 1 minute and 30 seconds or 45 seconds, you do not have all the time in the world to be speaking slowly and pausing for a good 2 or 3 seconds sometimes and continuing. And I don't know if it's trying to find his line, if he was trying to find his line of thought in between.
Dragging foot, man.
It was taking a lot of time, and I'm sure that Pernell could have said a lot more if he wasn't so slow with his speaking, and I don't want to say wasting time, but if he wasn't making a lot of pauses, I would say pretty much. Yeah? But overall, Pernell did save himself with the closing remarks. So that's Team JLP. I haven't said which party won, by the way, in my opinion, but continuing. Team PNP, let's start with Damian Crawford. Now, Damian, in my opinion, based on his body language today, his facial expressions, everything I saw about him, the sweating and everything. Oh, we the best. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Based on what I saw today, Damian seemed very nervous. Very nervous, very insecure. He did not seem confident about what he was saying at all. At some points, it seemed as if he was probably a bit flustered. Maybe he was a bit flustered, but I was a bit concerned. Where Damien is concerned. Yeah, and he came with his usual theatrics, of course, which we're all used to by now. I think when Matthew Samuda made reference to the fact that it was Edward Philip George Siaga who coined the idea of the cultural entertainment zones. I believe he said something about along the lines of, and he said something along the lines as it relates to Portmore, and
yes, and that's a lie.
The JLP will tell you that Edward Siaga started it, and he said it was started by the PNP, but that's a lie.
That's a lie.
We understand that after independent Jamaica, when Edward Siaga was the Minister of Housing and Urban Development or Renewal, whatever the ministry
Them
was called
first
at the
build
time. We
independent city.
understand that
Independent city. The PNP then said
Edward
about
Philip
people
George
over the George,
Siaga
man.
coined the idea for Portmore.
Yeah.
And it was the
That's not
People's
fair.
National Party that actually laughed off what Edward Philip George Siaga said.
Yes.
They laughed at him. They said he was an idiot.
Them
And
have a
look
drone
at
and
Portmore
people
now.
at Portmore. Yeah, true, man.
Precisely. Yeah. So, as I said, he was confused, a bit flustered, insecure, not confident. He seemed nervous. I don't know why he's willing to throw away his political career for this man. Clearly lying on the debate stage. A host of other things. That was Damien for me. Damien did try to bring the maths here and there to the situation, but even then, it just wasn't cutting it. Sophia Fraser-Binns. Sophia Fraser-Binns is the top speaker on the PNP side, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Top speaker because she came with the vim, vigor, and vitality tonight. She had the passion. She had, to me at least, it seemed as if she was authentic and you could believe what she was saying in a sense. Well, let me not say you could believe what she's saying, because obviously if you know the information, you're not going to. But with that vim, vigor, and vitality, there was a believability where as it relates to what she was saying, pretty much, right? So even though Sophia Fraser-Binns, like for instance, where Masih Samuda had to correct her and said there's no beach access act, it's the Beach Control Act. In the moment when she said beach access, she was very confident about it and she was very passionate about it, which is what I saw as well. In her emotions were there, which is why I'm saying, in that sense, I can commend her. But again, the substance was wrong, and the fact that she had to be corrected on that says a lot. And it's concerning that you don't know what the actual act is. Given that's your whole portfolio responsibility, she's the opposition spokesperson for the environment at that. So I was actually shocked when she had to be corrected for that, because that's her portfolio responsibility. But as I said, she was the best speaker on that side. To me, she seemed the least unhinged on that side. I will say, when she raised the question, well, then again, it wasn't really her raising the question, but when the PNP raised the question about the Prime Minister integrity, I believe that was I'm not saying that it would have not been raised, but I think though that for a social issues debate, I think there are more pressing things that could have been asked by the PNP as opposed to that for a social issues debate. Because I believe that anyway you take it, that's going to be asked in the leadership debates between Andrew and Mark Golding. That's just going to be asked. Anyway you take it. And I feel that the PNP could have focused more on any of their policy plans and asked the JLP a proper question. I don't think the context I don't think the context was right for that question at that point in time. Additionally, personally speaking, I don't think there's much weight where that question is concerned or where that political question is concerned. The only weight it holds is among PNP supporters. I don't think there's really much weight. But as I said before, the response that Kamina gave was excellent. Excellent in my opinion. But yeah, Sophia Fraser-Binns, she was very passionate and she had her vegan vitality. Raymond Price. I'm disappointed in Raymond. Heavily disappointed. I have seen Raymond articulate himself better than tonight. On various occasions, I've seen Raymond articulate himself better, than whatever I saw tonight where Raymond was concerned. To me, it seemed as if Raymond was just more concerned with lashing out at the JLP, verbally attacking the JLP. I believe in a part of the debate he referred to Favour as pro-box minister. Yes, he did refer to Favour as pro-box minister in the start of the debate.
Disrespectful.
And I was and I need to check back the rules of the Jamaica Debates Commission, because I don't think you're allowed to do that in the debate. But as I said before, some of the only rule that was being heavily enforced at the debate was the time, to be honest. But anyways, he was only concerned with as said, the gimmicks, getting the sound bites, and just in general lashing out, and that was it. It was just hype for him. I really didn't see the substance, really. And even if he did say something of substance, it was very vague. And I will say that for even just the entire People's National Party side, whatever they had of substance, it was vague. Very vague. And it was too general. And I know that the time is limited. I know. However, there could have been more in-depth insight as to what was being said for Team PMP. Yes? So, based on my analysis overall,
give me a score.
Overall, I never assign no score, no sir. But
if you do that,
the
overall team score.
I'm gonna let me not do a score yet. Let me not do a score as yet. Let me form a rubric first and get back to you on that. But overall, my winner for that debate is Team JLP. Team Jamaica Labour Party.
By far.
Team Jamaica Labour Party won that debate. There's no two questions about that. Yeah. And I will say though, additionally, that when I just started watching the debate, it felt as if it was a draw when I just started watching. Mainly because it felt as if many of the questions were being sidestepped, or they were going on another tangent, or they were just completely not answering the question. And I say that for both sides. I did see that in the start of the debate. For example, when the question was raised by the commentator for I believe she's a commentator for IRA FM. She raised a question about the entertainment zones and the fact that many persons sometimes have to deal with traffic, the cars, and the residential areas sometimes have to have challenges where these things are concerned. And essentially, what will the parties do? When the JLP had originally answered the question and the PNP rebutted, I noticed that the question wasn't necessarily answered. The main aspect of the question was what will be done about, what will be done to help those residential areas and, persons who are in traffic jams who, have these challenges as it relates to being within these various entertainment zones whenever an event is held. So she had to use one of her follow-up questions to essentially reiterate what the question was asking, or to restate what the question was asking, and only after that was said was the question properly answered. But as I said, these things do happen in debates though. I'm not gonna say that everyone should have just quote unquote been prepared or whatever.
Sorry, hold on.
These things happen in
Stick up in,
debates.
sorry. Stick
So,
up in.
but someone did ask a question.
Sorry. Answer this, brother. We the best.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. Why Emily Shields announced what exactly? I mean, announced that the PNP was.
PNP winning. Is that AI Emily that?
Um, um, I haven't watched it to be honest, and I do want to watch. I have only watched what NNN, what Nationwide said, and I want to see what the other media houses said. To be honest, why do I think Emily said that? I don't know why Emily said that, but anyone in this country is entitled to their opinion. That much I do know.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just didn't see a PNP win at all from that debate. I didn't see it.
My take is it, Tari. Why I wouldn't say PNP win not even 5%? Are the lies. The lies were so clear. Me point out more than 3 lies with them tell.
Them drop the bars with him.
And them say, and right now, the Minister of Education said them I get 2 meals a day right now. Breakfast and lunch. And them say
if they never come off of the character, if they never come characterize to go off of the people character, then they stand a chance of draw, as what Tari said. Remember, say them ban Emily Cook so she couldn't take part on the debate, you know. And she don't want to be moderator. So she not probably said that now for give herself. So she not really biased. You understand? So she try clear her name. Cause them ban she too, you know. They never want to do no more debate with her. You know? They blacklist her too, you know.
Yes, and I'm glad that
She
you
like
pointed that out. Yeah, and I'm glad that you pointed that out because I think that may also be part of it because when I was listening to Ricardo on Nationwide, when they were asking the final question as to which party he think won the debate, he said that he saw it as a draw, and I was concerned that he said he saw it as a draw. I don't know if they're trying to get back in the good graces of the People's National Party, but if they are doing that, that would seem very I would be very disappointed if that's what they're trying to do, to bend over backwards to please the PNP.
But Cliff is whole ground same way, man.
Yeah. No, Cliff holding ground, but I'm saying
as well the whole Jamaica see it and say the holding grounds.
How much days for the week then get lunch at school, Tari, you know? Cause you got school.
Them get lunch 5 days a week.
And that the minister said, and this propagandist writer so when name yeah? Palm Heart. I say a 3 day. I'm here she say about breakfast and lunch.
But pretty much that is my whole analysis of that.
Yeah, we respect that.
I'm trying to see if I missed anything though. Did I miss anything?
You see in fear. Big up kids.
I am. Trust
it's unfair to
my best speaker. My best speaker for that debate was Matthew Samiuda.
Yeah.
Commendable speaker is Kamina Johnson, and my second commendable speaker is Sophia Fraser-Binns. In that
and all I'm in the comment on Tari. Tari. This brother will say we the best. Him keep on the same PMP win, you know. And him say my teacher. I want to know how your teacher, brother, and you draw the decision that come to that decision say PMP win. And you say your teacher. You look like you're okay if you got the same college. Because there's no way you could have been a teacher and think like that. After listening to so much lies. Where the man them talk.
But probably not created the one for telling the most lies. So GLP would have come with some lies too. Lies. So you have to categorize what he did, what they want for.
Squitty. One more thing. I just remembered it. Just come back on my mind. Dr. Nadine Spence had said it on Nationwide, and I'm just gonna iterate it again. In a debate, you have to be mindful of not just what you respond with, but how you respond. And I'll tell you why. if you go in a debate like Raymond and decide to be miserable and decide to be unkind
And call
decide
name.
to be call name and be disrespectful.
Yeah.
And as Dr. Nadine Spence said, whenever anyone hears you speaking, they're going to tune you out because they don't expect anything different from you as a person. And I was trying to not tune out Raymond listening to the debate, to be honest. I really was trying not to. But the number of times I will say that Raymond got on my nerves, it just went to a point where it was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna listen to what he said. And which is why I would even further say that the JLP won the debate. The JLP was cool, calm, collected, and composed during the entire debate. Yes, we had our few mishaps here and there in terms of the wording and the speeching sometimes, where maybe Kamina slipped up a bit and had to correct herself, or maybe Matthew or Pernell. Yes, we had that. But at the end of the day, it was not a case where we were ever unkind or disrespectful. You refer to the Minister of Finance as pro-box minister. Come on. You reference the fact that Minister Tufton is not here at the debate for both of the health questions. Minister Tufton does not need to be at the debate. Minister Tufton does not need to be at the debate for health.
He's on the second debate.
Why? No, he's in the economic debate, yes. But I'm saying to myself, right. But Minister Tufton does have to be there. Why do you think
he was scheduled to be on the first and scheduled for the second?
I think the Jamaica Labour Party, I don't know the inner workings of the PNP, but I know the JLP was very strategic with who they placed. Pernell Charles Jr. is Minister of Labour and Social Security. By right, this should have been his debate. I don't know what happened tonight, but this should have been Pernell's debate because he's Minister of Labour and Social Security. Social issues.
Week in week. Debate. Them come out week.
Kamina is the chairperson for the Manifesto Committee, as well as anything, and she's on the campaign committee. So she have the achievements locked in her head. And the manifesto, she know the manifesto like the back of her hand.
And then Matthew, spell.
And then Matthew.
You hear the part there?
Yeah, I heard the part where they said they could have spelled
Can I load on that?
I heard. And then Matthew.
Look how much word them spell good enough for them, so. About 4 or 5.
Right, but hold on, man.
Terry.
And then Matthew.
What are the Terry? The water man, wet them up, man.
Yeah.
Wet them up.
Ian, yes, we know. Yes, water boss do him work. Yes, we know. But yes, this should have been Pernell's debate. I don't know what happened tonight, but he's the Labour and Social Security Minister, and as social issues, I thought this was going to be his debate, but I don't know what happened, but he was there. As I said before, Kamina serves on the campaign committee, so she has the achievements locked in her head, and she's the chairperson for the manifesto committee. Thus, she know the manifesto like the back of her hand. And then Matthew would have just been everything that tied the glue together. Yeah, that is strategy. That is strategy. Yeah, I believe that was the JLP. In my opinion, yeah. The JLP did what they needed to do without even having to have certain people like Minister Tufton there. Yeah. I am happy. I must say I'm happy. Yeah.
All right. Respect for your input, Tari. If you want to go sleep, you can get some rest. And we're going to jump off about 1:30 in them time there. All right, I'm going to hear from URL. URL, you up? Mr. URL. Unmute your mic, Mr. URL. Mr. URL? Like him asleep. One uncle. Uncle. Unmute your mic, my brother. Uncle. Browning. Hello, Browning. Because people must sleep. Hello, Browning. Unmute your mic. Where you find your basic?
We gonna sleep.
Same, you see, same thing with Starry with us party. You see, Starry comes say the same thing. We look on it, you know. Anyhow, Damien Crawford. All right, I think Damien Crawford can speak in a small crowd. Maybe speak where entertainment there, where he can turn around and look and gimmicks himself. So me not expect a little better from Damien Crawford. But when them start go with the character, they go for the character of the people them and start going with them lie. Me know say them fear. As I say, me only give them the points for attendance. Because a man will articulate like Raymond Price should have come across far better than that tonight. As a young politician.
Well, him feel pan PMP and Charles feel pan the GLP.
Charles don't really feel, you know. Charles
no
come
feel
with
squitty.
He no feel squitty, just come with a slow start.
He never show him real
slow. In strength, that's what I say. Because you can't give Charles slow. You can't give him a feel because he never go off another them character.
No, we
so
not
him stay force.
He never 100.
Right, the question them, he need more time.
No, it's not that.
It's like him have emotions.
It's not that he muzzle. Well, maybe he wasn't 105. It's not that he failed, you know. It's just that, as I said, it seemed as if he was tense, really. And I think Pernell knew what he was saying, but it's just that I don't think he was watching the clock, mainly. And he went over time a lot. But as I said before,
drag him words.
His closing remarks redeemed him.
I think him playing them games when them start to go off and call favor, and you know him start take that now and like him say him can't be answer them. So him lose focus. So as a Browning said, him start to create a little hate scheme in them head for them, which him should have stay focus. I lose it, man. I start out slow and catch up.
Yeah, pretty much. But as I said,
still bring down the curtain,
in
man.
the end, he
mash it up, man. But Waterman wake them up, man. Waterman just spray some turn and some pipe on them where you know showers, man. Them shower them down, man.
Well,
join them, man.
Well, I hope them go back to the drawing board. I know. So the second one is a knockout.
No, your face a Christopher Tufton now in a party. And a Peter Bunting cannot speak. So you hear more lies. And so them just make up themselves so we'll get out the message. Remember the message we start with?
Yeah, but you see the lie them now. When the man the man flip to point it out say a lie.
Yeah, but the debate is not for that.
Don't have enough time.
The debate is time. So the debate is to answer questions on issues. Not about them now campaign now and a campaign time now again.
All right.
So I take time for debunk them, let them speak. We will judge them.
Yeah, me know. But if a man tell a lie and your time for talk, you can't just say the
No, don't waste the time debunk them, sweetie. Don't waste the time to it.
I'm talk, come on.
Yeah.
If somebody say a lie, I'm on my time for talk. The first thing I say, the first thing you say, sir, is a lie. I'm continue with me I say. We just have it.
Oh, and Squitty.
Time.
One more thing, by the way. I expect a lawsuit by Monday morning for the People's National Party, specifically Miss Fraser Binns. Tell me why Mrs. Fraser Binns decided to say that Mr. Holness was involved in Ponzi schemes.
Ponzi scheme, yeah.
But
watch this.
I expect them
win.
You don't understand the distraction that you know Squitty to throw them off.
All right. Watch out, Squitty. If you watch it, you know, each time them come up with them lie, you know, When you look cross pan Kamina Johnson and
Face.
Colonel Charles and Samoda, I laugh off of them.
Yeah.
Each time them come and put them lie, I laugh them over there, I laugh.
Yeah, but I wrote me
say Antari. Watch this.
Yeah.
And a time debate and about rebutted but lies. Debate after us come out to the public and show them where you made
issues. We are good.
Allow them make them lie.
Lie.
You see me?
Yeah. If you would tell them script say lie them I tell, you are gonna miss the question we asked you, you know. Because
you just have to miss first and move on.
No, but you said that first, you know. And that them what you do, you know. Pay them attention. And you understand? So you can't go up on jeopardy and not study. Because you don't know what kind of question that come to you. So if them depend, you know.
You the question already, you know, already for your answer, you know. And you say the first thing what you say is a lie about that. And you
but quickly, you have to, I would come to debate have to answer question asked by them, the moderator.
Yeah,
instead of debunk, you rebut. Don't debunk, rebut.
Debunk and rebut.
Well,
we're saying Ian got coach the next team.
The debunk and rebut.
Ian Rassen got coach the next team.
Yes, but make them three. Make them three.
They're not aggressive enough. That's why they know debunk and rebut.
Yeah, but Scooty, me and you know say a lie. And we are tell them to them face now say a lie, we not tell. But guess what? Them lose the opportunity. No, man, nobody know. All right. You see, if some people believe them, I feel them problem that kind of lie.
No, man, you see, just come, man. You can't say it like that, man.
Yeah, but I know. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know.
Man.
You have to, no, you can't. But Paddy, you're gonna end up not answer the question. So you know I'm falling up for them trap. Remember pints you are looking up.
So when you debunk them line of pints again?
No, but no one here tell them say a lie. But the business with you are tell them say a lie. Them one here answer you are saying.
What you say, Ian? You listen to American debate when the man attack.
Yeah, but
sir, you did not answer question. One side question. What you say, Ian?
Yeah.
You know, listen to American debate when the president of debate.
Are you speaking as it relates to having fact checkers or just the opponents saying that what you said was a lie?
No, it's because nobody was fact checking them, you know. We alone.
Oh, that you mean?
Yes, nobody lie, man.
No.
Nobody lie, but you can't expect a Colonel Charles no say them and come with lie. And I will tell them say a lie, but tell.
For the benefit of every Jamaican, there should have been a fact checker there. Me not ask.
Yes,
every single Jamaican.
Sorry, you're right. But you can't expect a Colonel Charles and them are going to be the fact checker. They can't. They have to just answer them questions.
No, in the debates in America, what is normally done is that the moderators and whoever works behind the scenes, they are the ones that do the fact checking, not the debaters.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Just exactly what me asking.
No, but most right. So I'm saying, if the JLP wanted to fact check the PMP mid debate, they can. I don't dispute that, right? You just have to ensure say you have skill for write down with them say quick and type. And find whatever you find quick.
Quick. 45 seconds right? Get it on.
Speedy Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
But even so, the news media and whoever else working behind the scenes can act as fact checkers. And that is I would say that is what one should at least reasonably expect. The least that one can expect. Come on.
Yeah, but if they continue to tell them like the people will start believe them.
That's why when some people come and say PMP win a debate. Or if you win a debate with pure lie, and a lie you tell, and people know a lie.
And send up Scritty 200. Send up Scritty 200.
Yeah, but Scritty, you don't want to know. Remember, it's a message them come to carry out, Them not really come. They never even want debating in the first place, you know.
Yeah, me hear what you're saying, but me say, how could someone say PNP win with the lie then?
That's Squitty. A
PNP said that, man.
A PNP said that, Squitty. You next expect to say Labour with Squitty, man. Come on now.
I know I'm PNP said that.
So one Labour said that.
When you're weed is the best, or weed something like that. Weed the best.
So my Labour today.
Him say my
PNP that.
PNP that. Him a PNP, man.
That Squitty.
Him say my labor right and him a teacher.
No, man,
I say my OP.
So Squitty.
Yes.
You can't tell us I'm a Obeah man, you know. You can't tell us I'm a mad man, you know.
Him say my OP.
You can't tell us I'm a fish, you know.
Right.
Then that me I try to show you say we mouth make turn cross so you can't say anything.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But Squitty,
remember the boy, watch this. Remember the boy where did come live and tell us, oh, the first thing him start and then him start burn out the party.
All right, yes.
Remember that boy that best with?
Yeah, man, him convinced Squitty say him my labor right.
Him come up
and when the man done,
the man labor
start,
right.
Man, I say, see it?
Burn out the party. Squitty himself have to kick him off.
Sabo name cat girl.
Hey.
I don't know what kind of girl.
I'm good, but I know him alone. Enough time them come and do it. Enough time them come and do it. I say, come. And them just want to come out to that message. And once them get the message out, them care who want believe.
Yeah, but don't underestimate them gimmicks still, you know, and then lie, you know, because sometimes they continue like that, people start believing.
Them party, well on a man. From week a year, me I tell you, say, yo,
fool, I go believe them.
No,
man, no fool, man.
We are talking about script, man.
People who not
nobody who read politics, man. News, I know.
I know that we are in election season. But for the persons who are saying that the PNP has won the debate, I just want to hear from one of you persons. What's your perspective on why they won?
And why they won?
Because for the persons who are saying that the PNP won the debate,
yeah,
I want one of them to come in tell me their perspective
why
they believe they won. Yeah.
And now I'm gonna come on, them just a eat around, man. Gimmicks.
I genuinely want to know why you believe they won. I genuinely want to know.
Well, more want to see one of them again come in and we ask them to come now back.
No, man, don't put them in a box, man. You're mad, man. Make them spell out the reason why them sell them, man. Don't give them up with them out.
We'll give them this exclusive opportunity only once.
2 minutes, taxi, I'm come taxi community with their message. And run left for now.
Yeah, man, that don't be true, man.
It didn't play. And cuss you out and run left here. Bet them just go and type.
I saw them done with you.
Don't give them a chance of squitting. No time. You see, if I election at the 4th, you can't give them time to come complain why them lose.
Right.
Yeah, give them that time to why them lose. But right now, you know what I hear from them? Trust me.
They're very cunning, man. They're tricky for you, man.
Trick your man and then set out them message, man.
Yeah.
And the message them get out, you know.
Right. That's all.
Look at this brother and we the best. I walk keep classmate.
Bless up.
Yo, them a dance teacher.
So it's the true reason now, him just getting a squitty head. The squitty a debunk him. And for the whole night squitty a talk about him, you know, come up and say, yeah. So me could know. The same way name, we the best and we the best.
Him jump off already, man.
I pay no mind squitty, man. A message and the message that.
Right.
They write him post the wall.
But people are this in my labor, right?
So labor and I get disrespect to.
Big up poor earnings, family. Bless up. Yeah.
I tricks to them, man. Then cunning.
All right, but if you look at the years we have less squitty, we have to use it progressive. We have to be aggressive too. Yeah. We not entertain. Don't entertain them, I tell you.
Tomorrow night, I'll come on 8 o'clock to 8:30. Come I done work 8 o'clock. I return by 8:30 to start work same time. Because we have to put in the work,
Yeah, man.
Drop him, catch a call.
You go work in the morning hours in the before dance, squitty.
Different time, Tomorrow now, I go work 10:30. This morning, I go 11:30.
Oh, okay. I sometimes see you go there like the church 4 o'clock.
I work with people who are on holiday. So I not do the same work every day. That's sign work. I get boring like that.
Sure.
I work on different road. No man can't find me. Yeah.
Since then, I book up and two comrades in a bar, me and my reason, cause don't know say true, I must say, yo, just wait till the 4th of your see. Don't worry. He said, me, and you look worried. Me never worry yet,
Hey, the same man, they're confused, man. The man, the past stage, I tell people put the X beside the bell.
It's a long time video that, man.
Nah, man, no, recently.
Yeah, when I saw like...
Don't willing
yeah.
So Beswick.
Like it's a long time, man. Eh?
You see the MP where give the man them plyboard for notice board. I say him can't. I say him can't give them road.
Black plyboard.
Him can't give them road, but him can't give them plyboard and them for vote.
Notice board. They say my minister technology.
Yeah, but remember, him was a weeded, I be a ganja him smoke, And go like him a maths brain, So what them do now, nobody never that fact. You want to deal me alone. Nobody never that fact checking with them numbers they call out, And the 800 and the 8,000 and the 2.5. He might talk some numbers where nobody now fact check him because nobody have no time for that. Yeah, him say my numbers person, but nobody now fact check him. This is where I say correct. I'm not have no evidence. Just spit lies. Because a message them come to let out. They try to convince the mass. And the mass not pay them no mind. Because they know exactly what they come with.
With them match not matching.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Don't underestimate them, just like Mr. Trump.
No, but me a keep and I say that on the panel and wanna rush me. And me a tell them say listen and listen good.
Don't underestimate them, brother.
Don't, if you give them the chance, them get in your head. Them go for minds, them love go for your mind, Squitty. Guard on the mind. Black them out.
Weak.
Eh?
You go for the weak-minded.
Then I wait till them come for strong-minded people.
Watch America politics and learn something.
Weak-minded them, I go vote.
And the weak-minded them, I go do the insanity decision, where them keep doing.
Exactly.
Over.
Exactly. People
so
who never
right now the people them don't make up their mind already.
It's strong night week.
Every Labour right make up their mind who them have vote for already.
Everyone.
Yeah, but remember I know Squitty.
All the people who them switch make up their mind who them have vote for.
Yeah, but that is it, And the Labour right them a try get to at the PMP base.
Yeah, man. Basic.
Them a try get back together. Yeah.
As much as enough of them PNP in some garrison where people that regard as low life area, and they might not have much sense.
Right.
Only for them have a vote for Labour right.
But
only for them have a vote for Labour right.
Yeah, what me that said to one last night? Say I'll do all
no evidence on that.
Yeah, all right. You're gonna find 500 Labour right. They are jungle in a party. But what was saying, wait till go. My vote for Labour right, but Andrew, make no sense to Andrew. You understand what I mean? The constituents can't come over. That's why I try to say when a man move from a constituents, sometimes them no want to transfer them vote. You make them vote stay the same place where it now no use this up. You understand? You have to remember to transfer your vote to the constituency you are head to. So most of the man them left out of them deplorable constituents they and going to some upgrade constituency. But them cry the vote for help the person there. Them left with the jungle. And guess what? Them now come over in the script.
Some of them stay in the constituency and vote against the constituency. And them not come out.
And then not come out. All right. I'm asking a serious question. Tell me one PMP MP will live in a PMP area. Tell me one now. All them vote for Del Right Chuck. I'm voting in the area where Del Right Chuck. I hope so the most of them live. Them just go, they go support the PMP and vote for them as M. But them not expect them to win. Them expect Del Right Chuck to win. Most of them living in the Narbrook, in the Barbican, in the Jack Seal. You understand me, Mr. Squitty?
That's why them need to change the constituency, the constitution, and vote for the Prime Minister.
That is why they want to bring in the NIDS. So you have to look at that as a factor. So you have a 500 people from jungle attend to the conference, right? Then put on green. Yeah? Because them say no PMP come at the conference, but on a PMP, they must live in the PMP area. But going back key now, they must go vote. Now go count scripty. Allow me to tell.
Yeah, because it's go to the MP. Going to the MP and not the Prime Minister.
MP. Now go to the Prime Minister to get more popular vote. That is why America have a thing them call him. What them call it? The college. The college. Electoral college. So enough people understand why Donald Trump win, you know. Them vote for him as the president, you know.
Then that may say them change that Jamaica to and make everybody will vote for the Prime Minister, every people to the Prime Minister.
You know why Trump win? Basic. You know why Trump win?
The people that vote for him.
Some policy. Watch this now. You see some policy where she name Kamala Harris did that come up with.
Yeah.
People them never want that. Or you fair tell people say you're gonna put tampon in a man bathroom. Or you fair tell people say them have to go start married same sex in a them church and some policy where she that come with nobody never ever vote for.
Same sex.
That's the law. Huh? Same sex marriage are the law, you know.
Yeah, but are the law. What is that? Are the law?
No man,
the land.
No, I never see it. No.
Yeah, man, it passed, man. The Supreme Court.
Yo, sir.
Yeah,
me I say no. Yo, sir. Regardless of law or the land, you can't tell man say you're going to put tampon in them bathroom, brother.
I agree with you.
So you, sir, where am I put a tampon there?
No, man, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm going to tell you, say the law, the land. Same sex in every state. You can marry it.
You have shared bathroom, you know. You have shared bathroom, you have in them tampon there, you know. A shared
So what on man? What on there? Mancy period?
No man, are the changes and them.
No, them see period?
The woman
share the bathroom is a shared space.
So if the woman look like a man, if the woman look like a man and carry a vagina, she need tampon for true. She need for tampon.
Yeah. So yeah.
Say a woman will look like man with muscle and thick, but them carry them still have a vagina. Right? So she need tampon. So Kamala never really she never really ranks.
What happened, you know? What happened on a really a lot of liberal, you know. Right? A lot of Democrats no go vote, you know, because they never like our messages for true. So they no go vote. But all the Trump people them go vote. And
so what are they? Where I say you have more, eh?
That's right. Enough people vote through immigration. Enough people vote.
That me not tell you.
Listen, some people are say them people come here and
them give them pay headache like a problem.
Give them that and then they and them not give them nothing.
Not get nothing.
Enough people who get
so hold on, man.
including not for we come from Jamaica, we are fight against one another. And
Exactly.
nobody else reach here, but we there say
Exactly.
nobody else come. So we are fighting people. We there say we want to build wall, like we
Exactly.
like 4 yard. We are do all kind of things and support foolishness. But Donald Trump we already end up pay foolishness and we see it, and we still a fight against the one.
True.
Yeah, Canon, it's the same thing with Jamaican who know boatload I hate to come in our country.
Yes.
Because the Mexico border was wide open. People from South America was flooding here in America.
Yeah,
and
but listen.
And that is one of the tricks why Donald Trump get in office.
Listen, people are coming from Venezuela. People are coming from Venezuela and them places because
all of South America.
But them sanction them. Them sanctions them and them country are go down. So the people them say them all look live and I come across the border, you can't wrong them.
But Canon, I see him thing with a go for Jamaica. If you open your border to Haiti and start flooding to Jamaica, I know so we Jamaica not gonna like that.
No,
but I agree.
Listen. Me not to do the border. Listen, you see the whole border. You see the border them.
The topic them. The issue them.
Yeah,
Mexico, a jump cross to Mexico. At the same place, New Mexico, California, Texas, the all of them places there. Mexico them.
A lot of promises to man. The man tell a lot of lies and make a lot of promises.
That man is one of the wickedest man.
But hold on, you know. Remember, the Republican Party is like the GLP party.
No party is like no GLP party. I just stop me on and say all the while. But no, so.
Democrats is the more socialists in America. You know?
Listen.
They want to give it things. You know? They believe, why them keep winning? Because they believe them to give a lot of handouts. You know?
But I know when I get nothing.
Yeah, but remember, say you're not going to take nothing neither, no, party. You're a man who sound like a man who work for your own, you know. You're not going to steal my way and away from food stamp.
No, but there's a system. Hold on. Them set a system here in America, you know. No care which party in power, I same thing, you know. No care if you see the project there. And you say, if that set them move in, move out, and next set are going to move in. Because so the system set. Them design that to keep you down. That's so them do them thing was.
So where that's our People's National Party designed for them?
People's National Party is a different Tekla fish.
Keep your trap.
Different Tekla fish.
No, just like how Trump promised the people them.
Yeah, but you know what the president of America? What the president of America?
Donald Trump.
4 years, couple more years from now, he might look at different. He must see back office again. Because we love that. Because we now, we talk about we.
We can't talk about.
No, but the problem is, him already. So you know what tell me, so we have to talk about our two leaders who have got fit. Who is like Donald Trump and who is like Kamala.
I tell you a long time, so Mark Golden is like Donald Trump.
So what you try to tell me, say? Trump a winner, you know? He win, huh? Then Trump no win.
Trump a winner.
Then no win.
Of course, he's the president.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Elon Musk rigged something there.
Exactly.
Elon Musk rigged that.
Yeah, Elon Musk win again.
But at the end of the day, if we put that aside and put that behind we can focus on our one.
We are focused on it, and that's why we're there.
Yeah, man. That's why we are vote, man.
Focus on our one.
That's why we don't take them for granted. We have feed them the propaganda.
They will rig it. They will rig it in a party.
No, man, they can't rig it, man. They only can spread propaganda, man. But then they can't really rig it. They don't have that power there.
Remember, all of them in our government, you know.
Right. Them can't rig it, man. They can spread propaganda and tell lies and make promises.
Propaganda them a try use, man.
Right. And make promises, empty promises, and people will believe them. So they can't do it for true.
For them people Pretty have a road around here named Softin Boulevard. Pier Aaron sitting put up about them a PNP, some dinosaur. You understand?
We state that.
New York, Queens. You understand? Round there, so police vehicle used to park by every corner. They must know what go on around there.
Yeah.
A peer bandit. Yeah.
And them,
they can't rig nothing.
Them players up on the range.
Anytime you talk to any one of them talk to
vote.
I don't think them can go to the airport. Trump say must send over some national guard. I don't know what go on. We're going to see them flag the look more.
That's why I love Trump.
Can't love Trump.
Can't love
Trump. I remember man that wickedness man. You're mad, love. You're mad, man.
If you notice the country them where them are banned from coming America, all of the African country them, right? And people Muslim country, they can't love Trump, man.
You know much Jewish people there were illegal, and them now all them want to send them back.
They're not troubling them.
And them white people, and them now trouble them. You can't go and talk about
troubling them.
Believing in Trump. A wicked man.
No, man. Wicked people them, no, man.
Change the election to Trump. And Trump have much years in my place.
About 3.5 more years.
And so, I remember Trump said, Jamaica and a prime minister yet, yeah?
Switch it back. You see them people there, what do you call them? The moderator, what them want to be in the debate.
Call them human being.
You see them? Them need all them little young one them for throw them away, man, and make some people can answer questions.
Leave them
Them don't know them are the Rasta. Them don't know them are the Rasta.
No, them know them are the Rasta.
Listen to what I say. Ian, that's easy, no, man. Easy, no, Ian, man. Come on. We can't talk one time, Ian.
Yeah, true, we are talk, but we are saying we gone already. Done.
But Muta Baruka, them, man. Alright, then I make Muta Baruka.
Now, on the 3rd, our job now, I say, bring cross with the moderator, them, the question them with the moderator ask. We start to ask. This is what we are. We are moderator now, you know. Our job now is to bring cross. Our message. Vote. Vote. Yeah. Now attack them kind of make no sense.
Do you know that every election, any side the security force swing to a them win?
So it always go.
Always. Every time. Right? And
we are going back to Parliament.
Yeah, me not say nothing about that, but that happened.
Everybody has to agree on that. Everybody has to agree on that. Everybody has to agree on that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But watch now, I could give the last word and jump out because I get late.
Right, remember talk first critic, here we go now. Right now, them debate, all them are going on the first debate and second debate. You know what, me I go watch them, yes, but me don't want to see nothing like how I want to see the third debate. I mean, know that.
That is it?
Yeah, that is it. The third debate. I mean, just wait tomorrow, I mean, I don't know what time. Tomorrow evening, then I'm on to go be watch this thing.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be mad.
Yeah. So, that's all me wait. But because them I first debate and so on, rare. Them want to now make it, this come like when vice president debate. We have a president you want debate. You understand? So that's how the thing go. So the leader we are waiting for debate.
Yeah.
Swampy G. So that's my talk.
All right, sir.
I respect everybody.
You know, I encourage the people to go out and vote.
Then the whole of them now go up, man. Them here every night.
I want to go on the last talk when we said that, brother. Tell the people that. All the people that listen, we have 460 odd people saying we have
everybody
on your page.
Everybody just go up and vote, you know. Because if we don't vote, we can't wait.
Every vote.
Ian, come on, man.
Come on.
Last talk we're making a Ian. Let's get your guy in bed. Yeah, man. So every vote count. So just pack up your car and make trips. You understand? We have to win this by far. All right? 53 like Squitty.
Yes, I.
No Ian count. All right?
That may I work with.
Yeah, man. Not 35 like you. All right.
Man, 35 man, 38 man.
38 man.
38.
I go
Especially my wife of spinners.
Man, I
Spinners
want
I work with.
Man, now work with them there again. Man, fling on them thing now, man.
Spinners I work with.
Man, now work with them thing now.
Always strong to 35 still now. Always strong. He's a
Listen.
30. Go on.
All right, that's my thing, Skitty.
All right, your talk now, Ian. Your talk.
We are heading back to Parliament. For sure. Seat count not really matter right now. I want all JLP. Not the followers them, but the vote. When they have the vote, go out and place the X beside the bell. Please. For your kids them future and your future. Put Jamaica first. Don't vote for no color. Vote for the flag. Black, gold, and green. No think about no color. Them three color alone to come in front of you. Jamaica. Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Yeah, man. That me say, trip your time.
All right. Oh, now. Who else still in our sleep?
Blessings. Yeah, good night, all listeners. For you, page 453 viewers who still up on the line. September the 3rd, we just go out and vote JLP. If you don't have a car, Pro Box, just do like the taxi man them. Put people all in the trunk. And make sure so when you carry them go vote. And you say all of the PNP them will move from the community and live out the road. Make sure you get them number and call them and tell them to come put them X beside the bell. You hear that?
Right.
Yeah, man. Straight JLP, and I don't say 53, and I say 63. Yeah, man. A miracle I believe in, I know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right. One uncle.
Bless up.
Blessings, brother.
All right, brother, them big up on yourself. You know, it's a pleasure to come in. And more while I'm there, you know, so I'm come at a couple different pages. But I'm there at night time, I listen to you still. Yeah, it's a blessing to keep the fire burning, you know, cause everybody out there and then I do them thing. And more I'm visit all the PMP them live, and I tell you, you know, a PA line and cussing that going over there like them nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. There I watch the debate tonight. My thought on it. I don't think both sides never as strong as what I was hoping for. Me think Pernell Charge would do better than that. Him seems like he was pretty much asleep till the end. The ending come out very strong. Matthew, I think Samuda, he do the job. I think he's the number one right there. Tamina Johnson, I think she have some very strong point, but she don't know how to small them up and give them in punchline. She in PR, I think she need more time, but her point is very valid, very important. She just don't know if they small them up, because she always run against the time, the clock. Damian Crawford, I think he do a third job tonight. He never ready, and I was shocked. I thought he was going to be ready tonight. I thought he was, bring it to the JLP tonight. So I was kind of shocked. Same so Liam tonight, and that guy when named Price, him come dead last because he might try to look punchline for TikTok and it just never work out for him. The young lady over there, I don't remember her name, but she did a good job. She did a fairly good job for them. Some of the guy they win. But all said and done, all my Jamaican friends and family, we are voting this time around on good note. When I vote for no promises and nothing like that, we vote for achievement. September 3rd, please, my brothers and sisters, family, I'm gonna put the X right beside the bill.
Right.
Myself.
Yes, I. User.
Yes, pretty. First and foremost, me have to congratulate you. You have control over your panel, you know? I mean, a lot of pick up on the PMP them thing too, every now and again. And as the brothers say, I be a cussing and lies and make up stories and all of that. And you know, them not allow them one another to talk. Everybody a talk over each other. So me have to give you the credit. But next thing, if we see ourselves, we have to ask ourselves if we're better off in the past 5 years. If you feel say you're better off, or if you see the country that move forward, vote for the JLP. If you feel say you're not better off, or your family and your friends and your community and your parish and the country and all not better off, vote for the PMP. As that me say. But do not underestimate those liars. Do not underestimate those propagandas. Do not underestimate those gimmicks of them, because gimmicks sell, sex and violence sell. So if them continue to tell the lies, they tell the lies. Sometimes some independent mind who no know nothing, who never read a newspaper, who no listen to politics, they might go in a crowd of some young people, and because they might tell the lies every time, they start believe them and go vote for the PMP them. So we have don't take them for granted.
Yeah. All right, sir. Respect. You up? Yeah, well, they don't know. We give thanks together and tonight we go on 640 tonight. The people now top going up with 78K. Last night we go look over 600 and we have 200 and whole heap of K. Then, so we tell people them say, I'm free where I do this now. And I sit down as a few hours after I go and do my work. The hours. And I come sit down for hours. And at least I can tap. I tap free, you know. And make the thing look good. You know, but we do this for the country because we're patriotic, you know. I have a PMP in Nigeria, I have Jamaica patriotic. And I want to see my country move forward. So I take the eye them who love Jamaica. I want to see Jamaica elevate and reach in a first world status. We can have proper school bus so you pick them. Then proper road, proper working condition where people can get work. See, people can live and far and go to Jamaica go look work. Can work there. Our country are moving in the right way. Good health care, everything up. Then we know say this a prime minister and do it because we see it go on. And we don't want Jamaica turn back. We want the car of Jamaica go forward. Pop out the reverse out of the car and make it go forward, straight forward. Then no red, no yellow, no stoplight them, straight green light. See? And go forward till we reach a developed country. And that's how we want Jamaica. If you don't want to see Jamaica move, let's want to go vote for Jamaica. Then go to and put on X beside the bell. Vote for Jamaica. 1 p.m. And when you don't vote, when you don't go sit down on the yard, go vote and so you go on the yard and listen to the result. When you go bring out other people. If you don't have car, you drive down the block, round the block, up the block, everywhere. And check on people who vote. If you see them finger red, you don't watch face, you know, you watch them on. Look if them man have a red on it. If you don't have a red, you say, what more on a red up, go red up on. And carry them, go red up them on. Zin, and do no work. And make sure so you put back Andrew in a point, make him get the next 5 years if you bring up Jamaica. Make him tear down GP and put up some shining, bright 5 billion, some 34 billion, right there, so GP there. When you play in a land, you have far away, some shine building. And we know, so we're there Kingston. Zin, and that's what we want, and Jamaica nice. You see me? And every man have progress and happen. Yeah. So I want to do that, you know. Keep that in mind. And we thanks to the gathering, and who not sleep, you can go over Point of View by KAY and give you a subscription. We have replayed the video them over there. And you can watch the ads them when the ads them come in. You can skip the ads them. Now get no pay because the ads them you get paid. Then I beg the island give me a support for the book. Now is a talk about that second chance from deportation to citizenship by Asquith Peterson. Can give me a support either on Amazon. Anyone in Canada can inbox me and mail it to you in Canada. Then you don't know. You go jump out, you know. We don't know we are jump out, what we have to do. We play our national anthem. How far back it go on so nice that you know that you like the record. How we are do that? Cook?
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. We now go to
Yeah, man. We are playing the national anthem. Yeah, me mute him, man. We are playing the national anthem. Because I don't know, we are patriotic Jamaican. We now work with color again, you know. And that draw me to Anjo. I hear him say, I know him say go vote JLP. Him say vote, choose Jamaica. And that we are do. We are choose Jamaica. See? Yeah, man. So every time we done my show, I play national anthem. Here we go. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our right to compass ours. To our leaders, great defender, grant you wisdom from above. Justice, truth be us forever, Jamaica, and we love Jamaica. A boom, a boom. Jamaica, and we love. Teach us to respect for all. Response to duty's call. Strengthen us, we to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Father, send us, Heavenly Father, grant truth, wisdom from above. Justice, truth be us forever, Jamaica, and we love Jamaica. A boom, a boom. Jamaica, yes, we love. Salute Jamaica, salute.